Howdy.
Me.
Hello.
This is a disc that's been out a while.
There is no distance so close as to lovers.
Real talent.
Face to face, skin against skin. There is no pleasure so deep as together they breathe.
Rob, no, I'm sorry, Rob. No, it's not Avril Lavigne.
Okay. Now there's no distance so great as two people.
No, it's not Hillary Duff.
The same bed.
Is it Sting?
Worlds apart.
No, it's not Mike.
There is no
Aguilera?
No. No, it's not Outkast.
No damage so
It's not Queen Latifah.
Not Latimer?
Hold on, listen now.
Where did the love go?
Iggy Pop. Hold on.
How did we outgrow the oneness that came with the dawn?
Are you going to sing about betrayal?
Who moved away first, creating the space?
Yes.
Who had the
Well, whoever he is, he's good.
move on?
It's about betrayal.
I know who it is.
Who is it?
Cynthia Nixon Presley.
The river that's run here so long. Oh, as the sparrow
Is that the right one? I didn't hear betrayal.
Hey, wait a minute. Is it Satan?
Yeah.
You're getting warmer. Hey, I win.
Yes, it is.
I win. Congratulations.
Where's the one we were listening to in the office where she sang betrayal? I thought it was number 9. Only my pillow knows.
It is.
Did we talk over that
She
part?
did seem to be singing about Frank there. Who moved away first? Who created the space first?
We finally got the Kathy Lee CD.
Good, fine.
There is no distance so close as to lovers.
And we want to thank the lovely Julie Fullman.
She dropped her $1.99 at Big Lots.
Oh, isn't she sweet to give us a present like this?
There is no pleasure so deep as
I know it's been out there for a long
they
time.
breathe.
I've no doubt every other radio show in America's played it.
Why didn't we get it soon?
Well, you know, if we got it and played it
Now
first,
there's no
that would
distance so
make appearances like we cared.
people.
But now we can listen.
Same bed, miles apart.
In the same bed, yet miles apart.
There is no chasm so steep as betrayal.
Hard to believe this was $1.99.
No damage so
I like it when a woman sings about a chasm.
Where did the love go?
Where did it go?
How did we outgrow?
I remember her name.
This that came
Susan Johnson.
Yes.
The Stew.
Husky Susan Johnson.
Creating the space.
A chasm's like an abyss, right?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
So it could be an abyss or chasm, a crevasse.
Hey, Kathy Lee. Hey, Kathy. Kathy.
As the river that's running
Oh, Kathy, you're in such pain.
as the sparrow.
I'm down for it. I'm still saying about when you can count the end easier than you count the beginning.
Find the one.
It's going to be a good day.
Find the one about driving his car.
I thought seriously about driving home one night. How easy it would be to take my little Mercedes convertible and stick it in that abutment on the side.
Is love just an hour?
Anyway, shut up, bitch. That's Kathy Lee Gifford.
And it's from her album Misery Loves Company.
What a lovely, lovely album cover.
What? What? Oh, Moondance? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Give it a spin. Yeah. All of those who are fans of the great Van. Yeah.
Van Morrison. Van Morrison. Oh. She's obviously doing her own little arrangement.
And she sings the way that I would sing if I pretended to be a singer. She does that Shatner, I'm really going to talk and kind of whisper and just barely hit the notes that I can hit thing.
What a great tempo for Moondance.
The Holiday Inn approach.
Yeah.
It's a marvelous night.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh, that's murder.
Oh, how dare
Arrest
she?
that woman.
Stars up above in your eyes.
Yeah, I see fish.
Fantabulous night to make romance.
To make romance. Jesus.
Neath the cover of October.
Yeah, okay, all right, enough of that. Okay.
Boy, Van Morrison really ought to fly to her house.
Really? Or fly into her house.
Anyway, that's like a year late for us. But thank you to Julie Fullman, who got it for $1.99 at Big Lots.
Reimburse her.
We got it, and now, hold on, let me get this comedy train rolling.
Very good.
Granny? Hello?
Not here.
Hello?
And who are you?
I am Michael Scott Shannon.
My name is Milburn Drysdale. I'm the president of the Commerce Bank of Beverly Hills and personal banker to Granny. Who? Granny.
Say, be listening today to my Super Sham show, and you'll guess what celebrity is in the glove box to win the fabulous 5-flavor Lifesaver candy packet.
And everybody that opens a new account at the Commerce Bank of Beverly Hills receives a free pen.
What legendary singer? Hello. I'm Scott Shannon.
And I'm Mill Drysdale.
Scott Muni. A moment for Mr. Scott Muni. We tip our headphones to Mr. Scott Muni.
A pioneer.
He did not make much money. Muni did not make much money.
No, he didn't. But we tip our headphones to it. Yes.
Scotto.
Scott-O.
Scotzo, I'm sorry.
Scott-O.
Scotzo.
What legendary singer loved his crystal meth?
Which one?
Frank Sinatra. Hello. What reefer-smoking country legend is always putting people in wrestling holds?
Which one?
Willie Half Nelson. And now, here's one that we might actually be able to adapt and use in later reference on the show when talking about guys and their moms.
Wonderful.
Okay, this will be the last completely lame groaner.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
During what type of natural disaster do the highest number of guys get laid?
What?
During a tornado.
Hey now.
Okay.
It's on in my show. Let's get retarded in here.
You know, we can take that, you know. Hey, is your mom in a horror zone?
Hey, everybody.
Get hit by a tornado? That's pretty good.
Hello.
Hello.
You can call Don and Mike anytime from anywhere in America. 877-365-3636. They're ready to believe you.
True story. He was a neo-Nazi with one true enemy. Himself. A man of faith, a man of hate, and a soul torn apart. Viewer discretion advised.
How have you been?
How have you been?
How have you been?
I've been well.
May I take a moment to say happy birthday to your godson?
Yeah, hey, Robert.
Hey, Robert. My boy is 2 years old.
Good.
His sister is very smart, and he's very strong. So there's that.
Stop that.
Good afternoon, Mr. and Mrs.
He's
Hickes.
not like you.
No, he makes his mother cry. Good afternoon, Mr. and Mrs. Hickes, Ridiculous Locust, and all the ships at sea. Come pick out your prize from their nasal showrooms, Don Geronimo and Mike.
Thank you, Robbie. Okay, hello, everybody. Hi, Julie.
Hello.
Don and Mike Show, new episode, last day of the month. It is Thursday. 093004.
Hi, Don and Mike. Buzz Burbank here.
There you go. There you go.
No, he's not retarded.
There you go. Last day of the month. Don't forget, I'm giving you a reminder now.
Yeah.
Do rabbit.
Tomorrow.
First thing,
Wake
tomorrow
up.
morning. Let's see, yes. And happy birthday to Trip, Rob's son, my godson. Happy birthday.
Robert the Third.
What, Mike?
I have a prepared statement I'd like to read.
Oh, can you wait just a second?
No. I want to get this over with right now.
Please?
I'd like to get this done.
All right. It's not really prepared.
Ladies and gentlemen,
You're holding up a
Don
blank.
Geronimo.
You're holding up a blank piece of paper.
Mike O'Mara, Buzz Burbank, Rob Spiewak, Joe Ardinger, Beth Ann McBride. I, at this time, would like to congratulate my opponent, Mr. Don Geronimo, who bet me many, many months ago that the Red Sox would not win the division of the American League East by 2 games. Unfortunately, yesterday, due to a Red Sox loss combined with a
Sweep of
Yankees sweep of a doubleheader,
Minnesota, right?
the Red Sox were officially mathematically eliminated.
Wow, see, I thought
from winning the division by 2 games.
when you said you wanted to say something, I thought that there was still like a hair of a chance.
No, unfortunately, there is no chance now.
See, I did not realize it. Yes, please.
As a matter of fact,
by all means, take all the time you need.
You didn't know I was going to do this.
No, I did not. I just thought this was going to be a plug for one of your hillbilly friends.
No, not at all.
My apologies to your hillbilly friends.
Thank you. Unfortunately, the Yankees' magic number is now 1 for clinching the division, even without the lead. So the Red Sox mathematically have no chance of
winning the
AL East by 2 games. And therefore,
say it, Mike. Say it.
And therefore, at a time that is mutually convenient
today
for Don, Mike, and Tom Gavin,
today,
I will pay my bet.
Yeah.
Pay my debt to society.
That's right.
And I will give Tom a full body massage.
Dude.
Including the glutes.
Yep.
But I don't believe we have to do the front, right?
No, it's just him
the back,
laying on his stomach.
And as previously agreed upon, I will be wearing surgical gloves.
CSI gloves, yes.
I would like to thank all the people that supported me, and I would like to thank all of the people that mocked me. And I would also like to congratulate the Boston Red Sox for making it at least interesting this season, and also congratulate them on making the postseason, and it will be another chance for me to have my heart broken. Yes, Rob Spiewak.
You will entertain a question or a comment?
I will now, I've concluded my prepared statement, and I will now take, briefly, I have a brief moment to take your question.
I ask you to remember this, ATS.
Is this a question or a statement?
It's a statement. Just remember ATS.
I'm sorry, I cannot entertain
questions
any statements.
Only, please.
Questions only. If you frame it in the form of a...
Do you know what ATS stands for?
What does ATS stand for?
Avoid the scar.
Avoid the scar, yes. Someone informed me last evening that a hip replacement surgery is a particularly deep wound that takes quite some time to heal.
I would think so.
So we have not really heard the status of Tom Gavin as to whether he will be ready to hit the massage table here naked.
As soon as possible. Now, we will wait to hear from Tom. And, Mike, I will afford you the same civility that I know you would me. I would say within an inch of any pus or any scabbing that comes from Tom's hip replacement.
Weeping.
Yes, Buzz.
I think you mentioned
draining.
Weeping before.
Weeping and draining.
Yeah. If the wound is properly dressed, I believe I won't even have to come anywhere near it. But I will massage the glutes. And I also would like to make a request.
Yes.
That when I am doing my massage, no coaching, please. Just let me do it and let me get it out of the way. I will do it. And the total time commitment for this...
One break.
One break.
One break.
Okay.
One break of the show, 20 minutes of the show.
A 20-minute massage, which is a reasonable amount of time to get all the major muscle groups.
That's right.
This just in, Tom called the post-game show on Monday night, still in the hospital.
Oh, really?
So it may be a little while for you to prepare.
Oh, okay. All right. Very good.
ATS.
Well, whenever he's ready to come in.
Well,
and I hope, and I bid him a speedy recovery.
Yeah.
Mike, I applaud you, and I will now issue my statement.
Very good.
Well, that was my concession speech, and now you are able to give your victory speech.
Yes, I am. First,
no pictures, please.
I want to say all thanks to Allah. And also, I would want to, I'd like to say, please, thank you.
Could you sit down in the front, please?
That this was Mike's idea. I went along with it.
As they always are.
I would like to thank Mike for his good sportsmanship.
Yes.
Losing once again a Red Sox bet to me, a Red Sox bet that I have never initiated.
Right.
I've always just said, okay, I'll bet against the Red Sox. So, Mike, I say to you, thanks for a good bet.
Yeah, it was a good bet. It was, who knew that it was going to come down to the last week of the season?
To the Red Sox, I say thanks, and I know that you're expecting me to do something outlandish, just to shove it in your face. It's enough for me to know that you're going to give Tom the massage.
Well, thank you. I thank you for your grace in picturing.
If I could just have, son, 2 minutes and 16 seconds of your time, Mike, because this is the story of me.
Oh, now me and Homer.
Now, this is the story of me and Mike. Every year we get, it's not even going to rhyme, we get into a bet every year involving the Boston Red Sox. Mike is like the lady on cops. The husband's beating her up. They come to the door, say, want to take him away? Say, no, I always win. You know why? When you hot, you're hot. I said, thanks a lot. When you're hot, you're hot. I'm hot. When you're not, you're not. The Red Sox are not. Once again, Mike has to do something bad. Right, I'm hot. Thank you. Yeah.
Are you happy now?
Now, last year there was a man named Pedro. And I walked around in the 7th inning. Another man, a man that Mike called very stupid, named Gravy Little. He left him in. Same thing this year, same situation. New guy, same dummy, left him in. And that's when I said, Mike, when you hot, you hot. When you hot, you hot. And I said, thanks a lot. When you hot, you hot. Now you gotta rub that oil all over his body. When you hot, you hot.
You're hot. Gotta rub that oil all over his boil.
With all the puss and the draining.
The puss.
The puss. Well, and here's the funniest thing. Even though Mike lost again, I know come next February, he'll be reading the USA Today. He'll come in and say, look, Don, they're looking good in spring training. I'll put it up on the wall. He'll say, I'll bet my nuts. I'll say, 90 days, Mike. When you hot, you hot. I said, thanks a lot. You're going to lose it all down at City Hall. Well, when you're hot, you're hot. I said, well, I'll tell you one thing, good old pal. Yeah, I'm out. You wasn't wearing that Red Sox sweater. I try a little bit of your on the off. You understand that, you hillbilly? Can't help it. I'm H.O.T., baby. But I don't want to gloat.
No, good for you.
No, that's not like you.
That's it. Thanks. I didn't know you were going to concede today. I really didn't.
I told you I can see when they were mathematically eliminated.
I'm so dumb I thought they were still in it.
No, that combination yesterday was death to the Sox.
Okay. Well, thank you, Mike.
But the Sox, they are in the postseason, so congratulations. But I'm not going to predict anything because I do believe now that I have cursed them, and I believe anything that I would offer as far as a prediction for the postseason would be foolish at this time. And I will go so far as to say the only inaccuracy that you had in your song was that next February I may come in reading the USA Today. They have wounded me slightly deeper than they have in the past, even with their postseason appearance.
Now, listen. Here's what'll happen.
September. I will quietly root for them. Excuse me. Please finish. I will root for them in the postseason, but I will do so without making any wagers. I will not give you, Don Geronimo, a chance to once again exploit me.
Here's what I think is going to happen.
No means no, Don.
No. Mike, you will ask me to exploit you, because here's what will happen. The Red Sox indeed will get into the playoffs. They may win the division. They are guaranteed to be a wild card. What if they get past the first round of the wild card?
Yeah.
And they get to the AL championship?
Guess who they might be playing?
The Yankees.
First round, they might be playing the Yankees.
Wow.
So let's say that they beat the Yankees. Yeah. They go to the championship. Still, you won't scratch that itch to make a bet. But what if all the stars are lined up right? Mm-hmm. They go to the World Series. Mm-hmm. At that point, there will be that itch that you must scratch. And that's when you'll be back. So I'll see you then.
Nope. Not going to happen, darling. Not going to give you the opportunity this time.
I know you.
No.
I know you and this bitch known as the Boston Red Sox.
Nothing would make me happier than a World Series victory, but let me tell you this.
She's worse than any relationship you've ever been in.
I wanted the division this year. That's what I wanted. Yes, the World Series
but
is
you
important.
Won't get caught up in it again. Once they start performing well on the field, you will get caught up in it.
I'm caught up in it right now. I'll be caught up in it when they play their first playoff game. But I will do so without a wager.
Okay, it's fine with me. I'm just saying, Mark.
I don't need a wager. I don't need a wager. You know what I need? I need a wager throughout the whole season. It's much better for me to have that. But now I've been wounded. I've been knocked down a peg.
I just got a gut feeling that they're going to make it a couple of steps, and you're going to start feeling it again.
in your head, and
I will not. I will come in and celebrate if they make it to a certain level. I will, with each win in the playoffs, I will celebrate. But I will not bet you, because when I bet you, bad things happen to me.
So in your subconscious.
But you always initiate you initiate these bets.
Well, but look at our betting record. Yeah. I win other bets against you.
Yes.
But when it comes to the Red Sox, I never win.
Do they lose because you bet?
Yes.
But they lose anyway.
No, but if he hadn't bet.
Well, this is a slippery slope we're traveling right now. Because you know what he's doing?
They've never won anything.
What he's doing? He's trying to get me. He's trying to get me back into another bet just by saying that. They lose anyway. I'm not going to.
Well, hold on.
You know what? You're absolutely right. They lose anyway.
Can you show me a year when they've won?
No.
You got to go back to 19 or whatever it is, right?
1918.
Yeah, 1918. Buzz. Well, you remember what it was. What it was like.
Remember that when you used to take your fedora? Remember when you took your straw hat into the ball game?
Yeah.
Very cool.
Was it the polo ground?
Didn't keep my head warm.
No more photos, please. No more photos. Jim, Don and Mike show. Hello, Jim.
Hey guys, how are you?
We're doing great.
They can't play the Yankees in the first round because the wild card and a leader can't play if they're in the same division.
Okay, all right. So they can't play the Yankees. They're going to either play the winner of the West or the winner of the Central.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. I was wrong. I stand corrected. I apologize. I should have known that, but today I'm a little emotional. Sure. I'll be honest with you.
Understandable.
And I'm also very excited to have baseball in Washington, D.C. Because now a little bit of the pain is going to be taken away. It's not going to be all Red Sox. I believe I will root for my very first National League team, and I'm excited about that.
I'm glad baseball is back in our hometown, Washington.
I am.
Well,
I'm very psyched.
There was only thing that could make it perfect for me, because back when I liked baseball, I was a National League guy. You were an American League guy. Are you going to say what you said to me in the office? Are you going to tip your hand a little bit? Yeah, I might follow baseball again to follow this team here in Washington.
Good.
But only with this caveat. Only if the team could be bought somehow by Dan Snyder.
That would make it better.
That's my dream.
Right.
That's my dream.
Oh,
if only Dan Snyder
out of it, please.
could be involved somehow.
Parking me.
Listen, happy birthday to Tripp, Robbie's son. He's 2 today. Also, as Rob reminded me, this is my 2-year anniversary of getting hit by a car.
Oh, when I was pedestrian.
When I was walking out of a CVS grocery store type thing, walking to my car, an old guy in his 80s plowed into me.
Knocked you up in the air, right?
Yes, and I had to have back surgery and
an inch of your life.
Well, it was.
How long were you without your sight after that? How long did that happen?
Well, Mike.
Well, as I recall, he got his sight back the next day, but it was black and white.
Like a dog.
Exactly.
And my functions,
your faculties?
My function.
Everything is backwards. Since I got hit by that car.
Really?
Something comes out somewhere and something does another.
Absolutely.
Somewhere else.
It's why it's always a real good idea not to stand next to you at the urinal.
And also now my nipples are in my ears.
Yeah, you were hit hard.
That's why your fingers are in there so much.
That was the part of the reconstruction, wasn't it?
And my belly button is on my forehead.
Yes.
And it's still losing.
Yeah, but you pretend that you're a Hindu. You know.
That's right, color it in.
Right.
So it's 2 years ago today.
Thank God you're alive.
Anyway, just to check in on the old coot that hit me, you'll be glad to know he's still on the road.
Wonderful.
Still driving, still on the road.
He being more careful?
I have no idea. I just had a conversation with the insurance guy today and just said, hey, just wondering, did he, because he had to go pass another test, and amazingly, the guy passed the test.
Well, it's amazing when something, when life throws you lemons, you make lemonade, and I think when you formed the Donnie, D-O-N-I, charitable foundation for pedestrian safety, it was a wonderful.
I remember telling people I was hit by a car, and people think, oh, you're in a car accident. They say, no, I was walking off the curb, leaving the grocery store thing, and the guy plowed into me.
The moral of the story is look both ways, even in a shopping center.
But the good news is that I was really fat then, and that the doctor said you're going to have surgery, but you're so fat that the surgery is going to wipe you out unless you lose a lot of weight.
Right.
And that was 2 years ago today.
And look at you now.
I weigh myself. I've 78 pounds.
78 pounds.
Gone in 2 years.
That is amazing.
Try not to harp on that because I'm still a big fat load, but I'm getting real close to 200 pounds again.
That's good.
Getting very close. So anyway, that guy's still out there. So watch it.
Yeah, be careful.
Watch it. And he wears one of those hats as well.
Baseball cap or
no, like a Jackie Stewart type driving
cap.
Oh, a cap.
Yeah, he wears the driving.
Like an Andy cap.
Yeah, yeah, Andy Cap. That is perfect.
Right.
I saw an ad on the TV today for a product that you would think would be right up my alley, but even to me, it seemed moronic. It's a refrigerator is what it is, and it's one of those nice ones like they have on Friends, one of those nice silver ones.
Brushed chrome or whatever it is, yeah.
Big, nice
stainless steel?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, stainless steel. And it's got the ice maker on one side, and on the other side, it's got a TV set.
Yes.
Now, I'm a guy that likes TV everywhere.
Built into the refrigerator.
Built into the door.
Right.
Yes. Now, I've even got TV on a stick in my bathroom. So when I'm, doing one of the things that's coming out wrong, I can watch Sports Center or whatever. I love TVs everywhere, always. But to me, I didn't get this, and they were trying to sell it, saying, where do you spend the most time? And it showed like the family sitting around in the morning and
breakfast table
and all the. But the thing is, to see the TV. Because the screen is about as big as an ice maker.
Right, I've seen what you're talking about.
To see the screen, in all of the ads that I saw, the family was sitting with like a cutting board in front of them, and they were sitting 2 inches apart, like looking at this little 8-inch screen.
I think 8 inches is exactly what it is. I think it's it can't be more than 13-inch diagonal, right?
No, I don't. I don't know.
12 or less, I'm sure.
I don't know much about it. I know that normally I'm pro-television, and I'm not even going to say that I'm not going to endorse this, because I endorse TVs and refrigerators, I guess. But let's get it to a point where I would be afraid, because the TV was on the side where you have like the eggs and the milk. It was not on the side where you have the
frozen,
the ice cooler.
Right. Okay, it's a stand-up side, what they call a side-by-side.
Right, so you've got your TV on the right side, but what happens if you got a kid or you just walk by and
you're watching something and someone opens the door?
Yeah, right, and what happens if,
if you're watching something, the only person that's going to open the door is you.
Well, no, let's say you're sitting at the table, you're watching the TV, and your kid gets up and opens the door to get milk.
Well, it sounded the way you said it, like, what if you're watching TV standing in front of it and somebody opens the door? So the only reason that would happen is if somebody's inside.
Well, in Buzz's house, that's a possibility.
Michael J.
No.
Michael J.
No.
Open this right now.
Anyone in my refrigerator is sleeping.
Let me out of here. Hello there, Derek, Don and Mike. Hello, Derek.
No, Derek. Hey, Mike, Don.
No, Derek.
Right, Derek, hi.
Good. Hey, I was the guy asked the curator at Best Buy, and they say it actually takes an inventory of the food that you have in the fridge and tells you when you run out.
It's a computer monitor.
No, I've heard about that. I mean, I've heard about those types of refrigerators,
recipes,
which I think is like Jive, like Rosie the Robot. It's not going to happen from the Jetsons, but this was a totally separate commercial, not selling those benefits, selling the benefits of sitting down and watching. I think the kids were watching.
They have new refrigerators that do new neat stuff now.
Yeah, but
I'm in the market for a fridge.
Well, I get the feeling though that it's that technology that seems cool now, but if you wait 5 years, it'll be set, because it's supposed to be able to. You program in what you buy and where you put it. And
I was shopping for them. You know what they've got now? They've got one I saw. In fact, one that I'm going to buy. You can actually put your glass in the front of it, and ice cubes will come out.
No.
What's this?
Yeah, you're kidding.
That'll never catch on.
It's actually it's got water.
You are drunk.
I was not.
I mean,
maybe
you are drunk now.
I am now, and maybe I was yesterday. But they have water that comes out of one side and ice cubes, and you can crush the ice.
Oh, pshaw.
I stood in front of it like it was the most amazing thing I've ever seen.
But this gimmickry is like going to be the picture phone of 5 years, right? Because remember when the picture phones came out and everyone said, it's going to change the way we do business.
Correct.
And it didn't.
I ended up, you know what happened to the picture phones that I ended up buying for my wife and for my mother-in-law?
I do.
Sold them at Rob's. yard sale.
Yeah, and I don't think you got quite retail for them.
Are they even usable anymore?
Sure they are.
Yeah.
Really?
Sure they are. It's just
No, Don.
That's the greatest segment.
Yes, they are, but who the hell needs them? Oh, and this morning, since my wife has gone back to work and gone back to school, obviously you're not hearing her as much on the show because she's busy and doing this stuff. And I'm fine with that. I'm fine with the way that everything's going. What I don't like is when I get told stuff at the last minute. So this morning she's getting ready to leave, and she says, oh, yes, don't forget, the guys are coming in to install new carpeting today. Now, normally I'm always a recluse, but I'm trying to handle stuff around the house, and not act like I'm deathly, mortally afraid of these strange workmen coming into my house, which I am. Let's be honest, I'm petrified of Pedro and whatever his name is coming into the house. I just don't know why, but I am. But they show up, and we talk about all the rooms that Frida has outlined to be done, to be recarpeted, and they're doing a great job. They're moving furniture. It's all inclusive. You pay one price. They do everything. The guy comes to me and says, these bookshelves, we don't move books. And this is a bookshelf that's up in our computer room that has about 800 books on it. It's got like almost every book that we've ever bought. It has, let me just say this, all of the books that Frida likes. The books that I like are downstairs in my little library area. All of my crap books, all of our good books are upstairs in encyclopedias, all that crap.
Including the good book?
Yeah, Mike, there's a copy of that in every room, my friend.
There you go. And
even the bathroom.
And every dresser.
Yeah, goddamn right. Pun intended. So, I say to the guy, because I'm lazy, and I've already paid the guy, as far as I know, to move everything, I said to him, well, there's about 800 books there. I said, isn't that part of your deal? Because you've moved beds and you've moved the headboards and you moved the.
Are these built-in shelves or are they?
No. These are bookshelves that they're going to have to take away, move away.
Well, if you got enough guys, can't you kind of lift the bookshelf with the books on it?
Like, no way. I'm telling you.
Car.
Think about 800 books, and I know I exaggerate. I am not now. You don't have to make that moron face I know when you're thinking about something.
Me think about books.
So here's where this gets Frida funny. So I said to the guy, hey, listen, I'm all for doing this, but I thought I paid you guys for this. And he said, yeah, okay, I understand. I'll make a phone call. I said, great. You need anything else? I'll be outside reading the newspaper. So
I'll be over here if you need me.
I go back outside, and 10 minutes later the phone rings. And I look at the caller ID, and it's my wife's number at work. And I pick up the phone and go, hey, baby. And she goes, hi, listen, I need you to do a favor for me. I said, sure. She said, I need you to move all of those books in the room upstairs. And I said,
so she got a call like from the guy?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So I said to her, I just told the guy upstairs that we pay him for doing it. And she said, no, it's in the waiver that they don't move books or personal items. They don't move computers. We knew that. We had moved all the computers, but they don't move the books. And I said, why? I don't know. So anyway, then I got to go back upstairs, and I've got this Chico and the man are up there, and they're still doing the work. And I walk past the guy, and now I'm going into the room to move the 800 books, and I say to him, so I guess you made that phone call, huh? He said, oh yeah, yes I did. I said,
called your wife.
I said, you know what happened is that you just called my wife, and she just called me and told me to do it. And he said, yes sir.
Like pretending he doesn't understand, but he knew. He knew what the hell was going on.
Of course he knows.
Jeez, I hate that.
So,
and he didn't call his boss, he called your wife.
He called my wife, well, because my wife is the boss. Right. So what I've done is, because they had crap everywhere, Frida said to me, just take these 800 books and stack them in a bathroom.
800 books take a little while to stack them.
Yeah. It took about an hour and 15. I think it would take a normal man probably 15 or 20 minutes to do it. But, I'm like the guy on The Simpsons, like the old guy.
It's one book at a time.
Well, Mike, they're heavy books.
Carrying them, breathing heavily.
Magazines. One magazine at a time. So, they've got all of the room that's next door to this, where I'm supposed to put the books, is full of stuff like mattresses from beds where they've just shoved all this in this bathroom. So there's no place for me to put the book. I can't put the books on the floor because the floor is going to be torn up. So what I did was, this was upstairs in our computer room, I have perilously piled books. I mean, I'm up on a chair, and it's like that game that Mark Cuban played on that dumb show, The Benefactor.
Jenga.
Yeah. I'm telling you, the second that someone goes up there and tries to move any of these stacks...
Where somebody opens a window?
Well, no. I've all got them balanced so that they're all leaning backwards towards the wall.
Good.
Because there was like photo albums that come in that like cone shape, that non-book shape, that make the whole stack slide backwards.
Right.
So what I did was that's why I said it would take a normal guy probably a half an hour. It took me longer because I tried to figure out a way to get everything in these neat stacks that go from the countertop, seriously, to the ceiling of the room. So there are now 12 or 13 of these gigantic stacks of books, and if you touch one of them,
they all go down.
It's going to be like that thing in Vegas where they've got the all of the playing cards, where they push the thing and it goes around and
the
around.
The domino effect.
The dominoes, that's it. Yeah, boy. That I love doing that job. And
I'll bet.
I sure hope that when they go in that room, and I know that they have to do a lot of pounding and...
the vibration doesn't knock the books over.
I sure hope that doesn't happen.
Avalanche.
I sure hope that doesn't happen. But I'm glad to help out. I'm happy to help out.
Well, you're handy and you do what you're told.
Yeah. Got that right.
And it's nice to know that the guy that was putting in the carpet knew the power broker of the family.
Squealed on you.
How funny is that?
It's nice to be able to do a job when you have told somebody point blank to do a job, and then you have to come out and, be emasculated to start with. He's like, yes, I called the woman of the house.
Yeah. So when he said to me, I'll call somebody, I assumed he would call the office. They'd send a guy over, a couple of guys over. No, he'd call my wife. Hey, what should I do? My wife says, tell my husband to do it. And the guy says, oh, okay.
I find sometimes it works best with those guys to make your request with a crisp $1 bill in your hand. And that'll get it done quickly.
Do we have John Norman in here real quick? Because we do want to find out. We think that today is the day that we go to all 4 hours of the show in Houston, Texas.
Houston.
On KIKK, and we wasted just gobs of time yesterday trying to call down there and find out. John Norman's father lives in Houston and should be listening right now.
He is.
While I dial him up, John is the commissioner of our fantasy football league.
Yes.
And as we head into week number 4, how are we doing at fantasy football?
Well, let's see. Week 3 results has all the road teams winning.
The road team.
Yeah, Beth Ann crushed me 124 to 89.
Wow.
Bart was the money winner this weekend. He beat Buzz 139 to 73.
Ouch.
The Americans took down Rob 95 to 74.
Yeah!
And Don beat Joe 80 to 65.
Right on.
Who are the division leaders so far?
Division leaders in the long division, we have the Drunks. That would be Bart at 3-0. Buzz is at 1-2. I'm at 1-2, and BA, that would be who it is.
Yes, Beth Ann McBride, right?
In the short division, Don's also at 3-0. The Sourcemen are taking full advantage of everything here. You're at 2-1. Rob's at 1-2, and Joe's a big gopher.
So I'm basically nipping at Don's heels then.
Yes.
The leaders are Don and Bart and Mike.
Nipping. Go ahead and nip. Keep nipping.
I will.
Just like you did on the Red Sox bit.
Let me tell you something. When you look in your rearview mirror, you know who you're going to be seeing? Me. That's me you're seeing in that rearview mirror.
Who are you starting at quarterback this week?
I don't know. Don't even know who I am.
I'm playing Buzz this week.
I'll see J-Dubs. I'll consult J-Dubs. I think we're going to go with Mr. Pennington this weekend.
Good.
Chad Pennington. Last week, I want to thank Aaron Brooks for doing a fine job for us.
Now let's call
Mr. Randy Moss. Another stellar performance.
John, thank you for the update. John's the commissioner of our fantasy league. Eventually, when we get our website up, we'll have the standings up in our rosters so you can see the guys that we've drafted that we're playing every week. Now let's call Mr. Norman, John Norman Sr.,
who is a resident of Houston, Texas.
Yes, he is.
How close to the transmitter does your dad live?
I don't know. I think parked right underneath it.
And Houston, I remember when we were down in Houston, it was actually 3 hours from one end of the city to the other. No, wrong.
My problem. Oh, sorry. Operator error. Sorry.
just a tough town to get around in.
Oh, yes. Concrete jungle in the truest form.
Certainly is.
I remember they said it an awful lot. It's the biggest town, I think, next to Jacksonville.
Company's coming.
As far as square
area.
acreage. Hello?
Yes.
Mr. Norman?
Yes, sir.
Hi, this is Don and Mike.
Yes, I've been listening.
And we have your son here, John.
Hi, Dad.
That's your problem.
Sounds like
Long time now, it's yours.
So, sir, how long have you lived in the Houston area?
About 8 years.
8 years.
That's funny. That's a funny one right out of the chute. That's your problem. That's great.
And,
It sounds like John.
And the station that we're on, KIKK, and please be brutally honest, we hear it's the worst station in Houston.
It's hard to get on the radio.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing.
A lot of interference.
It's the worst station in Houston. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
But at least we're on now for all 4 hours on the worst station in Houston.
We're on live, and we want to say hi to Houston and to you, Mr. Norman.
Well, thank you.
All right. Well, listen, your son every once in a while is featured on the show.
Yes.
And he gives us crazy tapes.
In a good way.
Yes.
We can save you guys the cost of a phone call right now. Is any personal business you need
We
to
did
take?
all that yesterday when Rob called and asked to set this up. So.
Yeah,
There must be
took
something.
care of that. Thank you, though.
That's wonderful.
Does John ever mention our names at family functions?
Yes, he does.
Really, in a good light or a bad light?
Yes.
Fair enough. All right, good for you, sir. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Norman. Perfect.
See you.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Dad.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
He's a funny guy.
All right, thank you, John.
That's short and sweet. You tell him he was a hit, John.
So
that's good.
That's the news.
Is it a
on
good light or a bad light? Yes.
fantasy football and Houston, we do have liftoff. Okay,
Rob, you eating one of those Italian sandwiches right now?
No.
What is that?
Chipotle.
Chipotle. Okay. Man, I can smell that over here. It smells good. It smells yummy. It smells like victory. I don't know why.
You're out of your head.
I am.
You need some sugar. I think you really need some.
I do.
I think Joe should bring in the cookie and candy bag.
The cookie and candy bag? The one we have around all the time, you mean? With the big smiley face on it?
Yeah. Well, didn't you raid Joe's candy bag
2 days
yesterday?
ago. I can't do that anymore because I'm on that protein diet, and when you carb up on the protein diet and eat candy in particular, no, Joe, I will crash. If I eat that seriously,
what you got in your bag, Joe?
Oh, he's got all these Reese's products.
Reese's pot products.
Reese's pot products.
Products. Chocolate.
Reese's products.
You know, it's a shame he doesn't have any Reese's Beef Cup.
Yeah, that's true. Reese's protein cups.
I'm down to fast breaks and peanut butter cups.
Yeah, the bag's low.
I wonder how that happened.
Well, okay, I know I rated your candy bag this week. I know I did.
It's October.
But Don, you see,
October.
Joe's got his Halloween candy already. That's what he's saying.
All right, everything cool back there today, Joe?
Everything's cool.
All right.
Excellent.
Thank you, Otto. There he goes.
Celebrity he most resembles.
Otto from The Simpsons.
Got a break. We'll be right back. Oh, if you watched The Apprentice last night, you will want to listen to our next break. And if you didn't watch it,
that'd be me.
You'll want to listen anyway. And I didn't watch it either.
Well, I TiVoed it, and then my TiVo didn't get it, and I don't know why that happened.
That's what happened to
but
me.
we got an angle on it, so stay tuned.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
What you do? Go to Rotterdam, then you go to Amsterdam, then you go down the road to my city. That's right. It's a little place called I Don't Give a Damn.
The Don and Mike Show. Keep the secret, my precious love. The Don and Mike Show.
And then, let's see, football tomorrow. Pick your pros with Rich Eisen. It's tomorrow, brought to you by Tower Records, Tower.com. Nobody has a bigger selection of the music and movies you love. So please be going to NFL.com. Click on the icon for the NFL Network. Watch Rich's show, The Rich Eisen Show.
Oh, it's a good name for it.
It's The Rich Eisen Show. That's NFL Total Access. That's
not the Rich Eisen Show?
Not the Rich Eisen Show.
Someday. Not Ari.
Every night at 7. There you go. That's the thing.
That's the guy that'll be with us tomorrow.
Yeah, right. He better be. We got to read the goddamn thing twice a day. Now, The Apprentice.
Yeah.
We got a good angle on this, courtesy of Beth Ann McBride.
Oh, good.
Now, here's the deal. We had the guys on last last year, some of the losers from The Apprentice.
And we had the winner.
We had the winner on.
Recently.
And they're still down to like 16, 14 people. The boardroom looked pretty crammed when I watched it.
Yeah, The Apprentice is just underway. I mean, they're just getting rolling. Mm-hmm.
So Beth Ann said to me, would you like to have whoever the person is that's most recently kicked off?
Fired.
But the problem is that we got to wait for them to go to be on Good Morning, whatever, the CBS or NBC, the Today Show. Mm-hmm. Then they have to go on the Regis Show. Mm-hmm. Then they got to go on the Letterman Show. Then they got to, by the time they get to us, forget it. However, we do have a good angle on The Apprentice this week.
Okay.
First, some highlights from last night's episode. These women from last night's episode are just nuts. B-I-T-C-H, all capital letters. Okay. You listen. You decide.
Jency is extremely emotional and irrational, and she's not a good leader on this task. Jency has a very explosive, argumentative personality. I told Jency from the very start that in order to have my respect, she needed to earn it. She has not earned my respect.
Meow.
Shut up. Wow.
Meow.
Who's that talking?
That was Stacy talking about Jennifer. Now, here's Carolyn. She's the lady that sits up there with Donald Trump and that other guy.
I call her the Ice Princess.
She's embarrassed because these women last night on this show, it was men against women, and
her name's Carolyn, the person that's kind of like Donald Trump's right-hand person. And Carolyn seems to be most favored for the reaction shots on The Apprentice.
And the women last night, let me just say this, acted like true women. I am not surprised by the way they acted. Anyway, here's Carolyn talking to the women.
Why can't you women get along? I mean, it's amazing. In my biggest take on this job interview is not... Jen, easy. There's 7 women here. 7 women can't work together. No. I'm embarrassed to be a businesswoman right now. Me too. Jen, can't you stay quiet for 1 second?
So, and here's the final moment. Who's gonna get fired? I was thinking it would be Stacy or Jennifer for the girls, and here's the answer.
Jennifer, you chose not to be a leader. Your entire team hated you. And when you had a chance to bring one person in who really did mess up, it was Sandy. It was. And you chose not to do that.
I regret it.
And you regret it. Jennifer, this is really easy. You're fired.
Having said all of that,
it's a little crueler this year, isn't it?
It's a good show. I mean, it's not on my gotta watch every week, but if it's on, like last night it was on special time, I watched it. So, here's the thing. If you're watching this show, and this would be what's known in the business as a spoiler, we believe we have the spoiler. There is a betting site now. Well, first off, if you go to Las Vegas, you can bet on just about anything. There are certainly offshore betting sites where you can bet on sportsbook action that's not legal where you live, maybe. There are also sites where you can bet on wacky stuff like who's going to win one of these reality shows.
Okay.
One of these sites is oh, Jesus, I got to get it. Stuart, how do you pronounce the name of your site?
It's Bet WWTS.
Bet WWTS. That's BETWWTS.com. They've called off all bets for The Apprentice because they're positive they know who the winner is.
Oh, my God.
And they're not going to take any more action because they think everybody knows who the winner is.
Because it's so obvious on the show, or because word got out, or because there was a leak? What's the deal?
This is why we have Stuart from BetWWTS.com.
Now, Stuart, your site is just a general betting site as far as where you can bet on all sorts of different stuff?
Yeah, we bet on all the regular sports, but we also offer a variety of entertainment and politics bets as well.
Now, let me tell you that we did some research on Stuart's site. They suspended wagering because of unusual betting patterns last year on Survivor. Sandra Diaz received numerous wagers from Vancouver, British Columbia before the first episode aired. They've also had a success on Survivor, the Amazon, and also on The Bachelor. So you guys have gotten the information where you call out the winners in advance. So do you already know who wins on The Apprentice?
No, we don't believe that we know who wins, but we do believe we know the final two.
So where do you think the controversy lies with the reality show action? What do you think's going on here? Just leaks, or how do you think it's?
Yeah, we assume that it's leaked. I mean, there's a whole host of areas where it could be leaked from, but by virtue of the fact that the people know the last two as opposed to just one of the last two or just one person.
All right, now I don't watch.
We assume it's coming from the show.
I don't watch the show every week. I'm not familiar with. There's still too many people. Can you tell us, being as you've closed the betting, who are the people that you think at this point from your site are going to be in the final two?
We believe that they're going to be Jennifer M. and Kelly.
Interesting.
Jennifer M. and Kelly.
Just based on the action that you got before you shut things down?
That's based on the action that we have since when we shut it down. Yeah, I mean, just to kind of put it in perspective, we had the odds up for maybe a day, and we only received bets on these two contestants, and they were all from a specific geographic area, which was New Hampshire.
Really?
Well, but now what if she just happens to have a bunch of fans or family in a specific area? I mean, I guess the action, I won't ask you about the numbers, but I guess the action was so much, obviously, that you decided, hey, I got to pull out right now and just knock this thing off. The people that got in before you stopped it, do they stand to make money? How are their odds at the time that they bought either this Jennifer or the other person?
Yeah, they were both. Jennifer was 8-1 and Kelly was 12-1.
And what kind of action are we talking about as far as dollars? What kind of bets?
We've taken about $4,000 on each, so we're looking at a payout of about $40,000 if either of them win.
It just seems a little unusual to me.
What happened was that we had all of them taking the maximum bet, which is $300, that we'll allow. Okay. Everyone was betting for the maximum, which is very unusual for a reality TV show.
Oh, I get it. So hold on.
People bet $25.
Now this is important to note.
Yeah, because if it's $300, then there are a lot of people from that geographic area that are betting.
And if that's the max that you can bet, and I understand the logic now. If all of a sudden you got a ton of action coming in, and it's the most that you can possibly bet, and they're all betting it on one. But here's the thing: what if you're wrong? What if it was just somebody? You know how things work on these dumb shows where someone says, I know somebody who works on this show and this is going to happen. And what if it was just...
Well, then it's a fluke, right? But, I mean, if he's wrong, nothing. What would happen, Stuart? Nothing, really, right? You just do business as usual.
But you lose the action for the whole season because what he's doing now is shutting down all bets on The Apprentice.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we look at betting patterns all day, whether it's on a New York Giants game or whether it's on a Yankees game. We're used to analyzing these things, and these were very, very unusual. Just to put it in perspective, all of these people opened an account within a day of each other.
Yeah.
Not one of them has had a bet on a baseball game. Not one of them has had a bet on an NFL game. The only thing they're interested in betting on is The Apprentice.
Wow. Okay. So
I guess we're going to know at the end of the season. That'll be interesting. Now, you don't have obviously because you're an offshore betting site. You don't have any recourse for somebody like this. It's not like you can get them in any kind of trouble. Isn't that correct? You can just shut them down.
Yeah, we wouldn't. You know, we're fair game. We put these things up, and if somebody knows something and they want to bet on it, then, you know, we just protect ourselves the best way we can, which is what we've done, which is take the bets down. If they win, then you know, we're fair game and we'll pay them.
If you wanted to, could you track the source of these bets?
Yeah, we could, but that's not really the kind. We're relatively honourable people, and we'll take our medicine on this one.
Well, obviously, I mean, it's an easy to track. You've got credit cards, and that's the way I would assume that they would bet. And I mean, you'd be able to track the credit cards to find if you wanted to do that, but you're not going to do that, right?
Yeah, we could do that if we wanted to.
That would involve you in the American legal system, which I'm sure you probably don't want to do.
I'm sure it's covered under the Patriot Act. What's the last show, the last reality show that you had to stop betting on because you knew who was going to win?
Survivor last year when Sandra Diaz won.
Oh, really?
So how early into it did you know? How many weeks into it did you say, that's it, we know who's going to win?
About 2 weeks into it.
Wow. Do you take action on the American presidential election?
We do, yes.
And
odds on the American presidential election right now.
And how's that going? Who's coming out ahead on your betting as far as your betting patterns?
At the moment, the action's fairly split. We got George Bush as a -260 favourite, so you bet $26 to win 10.
Okay.
But we got fairly split action at the moment, and you know the customers seem to. it would appear this one isn't a fixed event, and
thank goodness.
Well, we'll see.
What about 4 years ago?
Exactly the same 4 years ago. Nobody could pick the winner.
Did you take action on American Idol? Do you do a lot of American Idol action?
Yeah, we do a lot of American Idol. We do anything that's, or we try and do anything that we think fires up the public's imagination. American Idol and Canadian Idol for those Canadian customers out there. We take a lot of action on them, and they're relatively good money spinners for us. Nobody seems to know the results of those.
Would the NFL be what you generate the most action on?
Absolutely. Saturdays and Sundays at the moment are our busiest days by far.
Stuart, again, if you wouldn't mind, give me it was Jennifer was one of the girls. What was the last initial of that? Of the two people again?
It was Jennifer Ann.
Jennifer Ann.
And it was Kelly. As you can probably imagine, when Donald said, "You're fired, Jennifer," last night, my heart leapt until I realized that it was the other Jennifer.
The other Jennifer. All right. The site is betwwts.com. Stuart, thanks for your time. We'd like to talk to you after the show is over to see if you were right.
You're welcome.
All right. Thanks, dude.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, I don't think people that run those kind of sites really want to get into any kind of American courtroom.
No,
I don't think that's going to.
I was saying if he was curious, he has obviously the credit card numbers. I was wondering if he could trace the source of the leak.
That's Buzz's whole, you don't like TiVo, right? Because TiVo can
privacy thing, but that's not what this is about. No, I just wanted to know.
I don't think those people will be in trouble unless they take a vacation to Antigua.
I'm not looking to get anybody in trouble. I was wondering if we could find the source of the leak from the show. That's all.
I would think really that I'm curious about that too, because obviously these people would have to use credit cards.
Right.
They'd have names on their credit card. They have to do that.
The network would love to know.
That's the only way you do betting online is with credit cards.
But the thing is,
so they get a name and they'd probably be able to find out.
But with a show like that, who's to know who the leak is? It could be somebody who just is walking by the control room and happens to see it and calls somebody who says, "Hey, I know who's going to win," and
you could be two degrees separated from an accident.
Well, a good
could be Kevin Bacon for God's sake.
But guys, I think a good investigator, you'd probably be you're 3 days from finding out who the leak is.
If that, New Hampshire, that's what throws me. Why New Hampshire?
You make that connection. You get the names of the people that have done the betting. You get the connection. You find that a good private investigator would be able to ferret that out.
I don't trust that guy from the site because I think he had an accent.
Howard Dean, Vermont, not New Hampshire.
New Hampshire.
Right.
But still close.
Yeah.
Same. And here's Donald Trump.
That was easy.
That was way too easy. It was a no-brainer.
What'd you think?
I think she had to see that one coming.
I feel good about
it. Tool.
Wow.
Your Donald Trump doll. Have you seen the doll?
Yeah. No.
Really? Have you seen the doll?
I feel good about it.
$26 for like a G.I. Joe Donald Trump doll.
I know.
Who's going to give that to their kid?
Plastic hair or spun? No, I think actually you can play with the hair, pull it back, and it reveals the veins.
Got a break. Thank you, Stuart. We'll be right back.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
Okay, I get it. You're joking. Well, I've got a sense of humor. I laugh at Tony Danza. Of course, if you aren't joking, I feel bad and I apologize. I laugh at Tony Danza.
I laugh at Tony Danza. I laugh at Tony Danza.
All right, that's it.
The Don and Mike Show. You can call Don and Mike anytime from anywhere in America. 877-365-3636. They're ready to believe you.
Hello! Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville.
Hello?
Thanks for listening, Chief. It's the Don and Mike Show.
Here we go. Let's do a station break. In Reno, KBCZ, and Pittsburgh. WURP, Superior, Wisconsin, WGEE, and for John Norman's dad in Houston, KIKK, Tavares from Providence, Rhode Island.
Rhode Island.
Rhode Island. Let's see. Chance for you to win $200 today.
Wonderful.
Donnie's Naked Cruelty. We'll play that today. And also, we had Bush yesterday, so at some point today, we'll have Kerry to get the preamble to the
debate tonight. He's making preparation.
The BS tonight.
Yeah, less than 5 hours from the big debate?
Yeah. Ooh, I'm excited.
I am.
I'm not.
I know you're not.
I mean, listen, I want to be, but nothing's going to happen. Nothing. There's going to be no, and I don't want it to be.
So you say, Don Geronimo.
I don't want it to be Jerry Springer-like. I mean, I do, but I know it's not. But it's not even going to be. It's also predictable. I just
see. I wish it wasn't. Right. I think you're probably right. And I wish it wasn't.
I just pray either one of them gets a wild hair and just something is said, and one of them just. And my money for that is on Bush. That if maybe he's just dumb enough that maybe if something is said, even if he's getting the stuff in his earpiece going, George, don't say anything. Right. Don't respond. Don't respond.
He's strapping.
He just might have to get in there and knock him out.
I bet they've got him so beaten down and maybe even sedated. I don't think there's much chance.
Well, if it's anything like the debates 4 years ago, there's it's not going to be much of anything. But you never, ever know. Just live, and anything can happen.
Just a good chance to keep Joey off the air.
No, Joey will be on tonight, Rob.
Oh, we will?
Yeah. Hey, listen, and on behalf of all of us who love, and please, let's start calling him Joe.
Joe?
Joe.
Joe Tribbiani.
And I think we should call our Joe Joey. Joey Ardinger.
Joey. Ours is better.
Joey. Joey.
So then you would have Joey, who says, forget it, I'm halfway home.
Right.
And you have Joe who says, how you doing?
How you doing?
Then you flip it around and it makes our Joe more lovable.
You think our Joe could say that? How you doing?
Sure he could.
But our Joe's funnier.
How you doing?
Forget it is funnier.
That is, but it's a better catchphrase.
I understand, but I'm just saying, why makes the end
How
of...
you doing?
Why makes...
Listen to how he did that. Didn't he do a good job?
Do it again, Joe.
How you doing?
There's just something that it makes a name... it doesn't work with every name. It works. Buzzy, it works great with you.
Right.
Donnie, I like that, although I like it D-O-N-I.
Right.
Mikey's one that,
Mikey's famous, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really indicates a kid.
My whole life, life cereal. Right. That's where Mikey
But
came
think about a football player, a guy like Joey Harrington.
Right.
Now, how come it's Joey Harrington and it wasn't Joey Montana? You know why? Because Joey... Harrington looks like a Joey.
Yeah.
Joe Montana is too good to be a Joey, just like Joe Namath is too good to be Joey Namath.
And I think if you put that on the presidential candidates, John Kerry wins. Because I think Johnny Kerry, far more acceptable than Georgie Bush.
Yeah, that's true. And that would be an IE.
Because really, then I go back to that old song, Hey There, Georgie Girl.
Right. All right, anyway, that's the debate. That's tonight, so... Watch it, and we're doing a show anyway tomorrow, so be here and we'll talk about it. Yeah. Let me see if Todd Hughes is in the building.
Very good.
He's the general manager of Record Right Now.
See, Toddy doesn't work.
On the lab.
No.
Yep, you're right.
Unless you're going to have a hot
one. Yeah. Hey, that was almost a race, Mike. Let's call. And gosh, for Rob's sake, I hope he's changed his voicemail from the old general manager.
I doubt it. You know how this place works.
Hello, this is Alan Broadcasting.
Robbie's
I've
gone.
accepted a position in New York at our flagship station, WXRK FM.
That's eerie, though.
Rock.
He's gone, Rob.
It's okay, Rob. It's okay.
He's gone.
We need some Kleenexes now. Rob's ears are bleeding. Yeah, wow.
He's gone, Rob.
A river of blood. Well, I wanted to find out from Todd Michael Hughes his reaction to Beth Ann McBride's email.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. And he's in the building today.
He is, but he ain't around, so we'll try to get a hold of him. Now, you trying to find him somewhere else, Rob?
Still trying to call our psychic.
He might be assisting our sales lady, Michelle Combs, with her delivery. She's ready to.
That baby, I am going to make a prediction that baby will not be born until next summer.
Oh my!
And
God.
I realize that Michelle is already.
She's really at that stage of pregnancy where you walk up to her and you just got to give her a hug because she's sitting there going, "Hi." You know what it is? I've said this to her before. She's the Guinness girl. She's going to be in the Guinness Book of World Records. That she has gotten. She's the girl that I was goofing on. She's the one. Now she's only big because she's pregnant. Okay,
she's a tall woman to begin with.
Right, but she's got a big pregnancy thing happening.
You think it'll be a large baby then?
Yeah, I think it'll be a gigantic baby. I think it'll be like John Goodman-sized baby.
Midsummer, Dawn, early summer, June. Are you going to give her that? Or?
I think she's going to go on record. I think this is going to be like a 19 to 20-month pregnancy. I know it's normally 9 months in the womb.
That's unusual for a
The
person.
most recent sonogram has revealed triplets, all of them with beards like Rupert. So we
wearing
wish
the
her well.
tie-dye shirt.
Yes.
Anyway, yeah, I don't think she's going to drop that baby for a while.
She
as soon as she was pregnant, as soon as she announced it,
I forgot what her fake due date is, Don. I forget it, but I think it's like a week away or something like that.
Not a chance. 4th of July.
She was just standing. I went upstairs a minute ago and I saw her standing in somebody's office, and she's just gently rubbing her tummy, and her tummy really looks just like a ripe watermelon.
Now, you know what you're doing that for? That's a little sympathy. Because I know that baby ain't coming until the weather gets back near 95.
I gave her the sympathy. I gave her a big hug.
No.
Oh, be careful. I'm afraid to sneeze around her.
Are you kidding? I'm telling you,
it seems like she's ready to go at any time.
She's not even halfway through this journey. She's not halfway through.
I hear what you're saying.
So we could look for maybe a 4th of July baby.
That's what I'm telling you. She is going to set a record.
Born on the 4th of July.
You're going to need another cubicle.
What else didn't we? Yeah, that's right. She'll only be able to fly first.
Oh, dear.
That's right.
So,
for the lake.
Bacardi Limon.
So there's that. So what else is going on? Or so. How are you anyway?
I've got some leftovers here. I do. Some stuff that I wanted to talk about that we haven't seen. Now, here are some follow-up calls. Tell me if you want to hear any of these. Let me see. George McFly. It's been a long time. He called me a long time ago, and I promised I'd call him back. And here's the thing. I believe that now he's left Denver to take a job back in Minneapolis.
Well, how do you believe that if you don't know?
Well, I read it as a rumor in one of the Radio and Records magazines.
That he's flown the coop again?
Yeah, so it might be worth calling George.
Sure.
Then we've also got Bill Garcia, the program director in New York, who took me to the live stage sex show when he flew me in for the interview when I was 18, and a guy who many years later fired kindly Buzz
No,
Burbank.
he didn't fire me. I think he wanted to in his heart. He called me a loose cannon.
That's right. You say that
But you don't like him, right, Buzz?
Not so much.
Okay.
And I love him. I've worked for him 3 times. He's the greatest. Anyway, we tried to call him one day. He wasn't there. And then also, we had an idea for According to Jim with my brother Jim. Now, we don't know exactly how this will work. We know that According to Jim is, of course, America's most beloved TV show.
I was just thinking that like you often do, when you try to involve your brother in current events, you would have Jim comment on the issues of the day.
Well,
According to Jimmy.
I'll give him a try then, because
According to Jim.
if it works for Jim Belushi, it should work for Jim Soros.
Yes, because all of Jim Source's responses will be comical.
Well,
hopefully.
And we can also ask him about his new pond.
Here again.
Comical and educational.
Our Jim funnier than the other Jim.
Now what we're doing is rolling the dice. I'm not sure if my brother's available now. We may have to go to one of these other people.
You have another interview?
Oh, no, there he is.
There he is.
Live from the heartland, somewhere in Wisconsin. Here's my...
Man, I can't talk.
Why? What's happening?
I got to load up.
Oh,
Gotta get a load of creep, man.
Hey, Jim, we've just billboarded this new feature, According to Jim. I mean, you're a star. You got to give us at least 5 minutes.
I can't. I got to load.
You got to load with...
Man.
Where do you have to get the load to, Jimmy?
I can't see. I'm losing you.
Oh, all right.
All right, bye, Jim.
He's actually working. Okay, I'll see you.
It's to load up the concrete before it hardens.
There he goes. Well, there you go. That's and Mike, let me just say it again. If you enjoy it in America, you got it from a truck.
Yes.
Let me just say that. I am the trucker's friend. My brother's a trucker. Mike hates truckers. I just want to say, whatever you're enjoying right now,
do not.
You received it via a truck.
I don't hate truckers.
What my brother's doing is driving a truck.
I just hate the fact that when it's raining out, they drive 150 miles an hour. Because they're big and they're bullies and they try to run you off the road.
I know that he bothers you, Mike. I'm going to try to call George McFly.
No, shocker with that today.
Why? What do you mean?
No problem, Donnie.
The number you have dialed is not valid. Please check the number and...
Oh, my God, he's been sent to an institution again.
Now what? Hold on. Who's calling back here? Hello? What the hell is this? Hello?
Hello?
Who's this?
Michael Hughes.
Oh, Michael.
It's Michael Hughes calling back.
And hold on, Michael, give me 1 second. Why did you say that? Because you don't like George McFly? Did you?
I love George McFly.
Why did you say that? Like I was giving you a dig by calling him up?
Because you said Mike hates him, but we're going to call him anyway.
But you do hate him, kind of.
No.
Oh, you don't hate him?
No, I don't hate George McFly.
I thought you hated him because he always wanted to have your job.
No, I don't. I don't hate him. So maybe we can't call him now. Got me?
Touche.
Okay.
Gotcha. Michael Hughes. Hey, Todd. Todd Hughes. Listen. How was that? How was that email from Beth Ann McBride when you first received it? And we read it on the air yesterday, the part that we could read. How did you feel when? Because that was a note, a private note that. Oh, and if you're just tuning in. Beth Ann really, and I swear to God, this is not made up for the radio. She sends me an email saying, excuse me, Todd, but it's what she wrote, that this guy, our general manager, is an ass.
And it really was quite hostile at the end, and she kind of explained her situation, which was mild, and then at the very end, the very last sentence, she described Michael with 2 words, and lo and behold, when in her emotional state, when she was firing off the email...
Fragile, Mike.
When she was firing off the email to Don, she fires it off to Michael Hughes, who receives it, and she didn't find out, Michael, I guess, until the day you stood in her office door and mentioned it to her, right?
Yeah, as mad as I wanted to be, I couldn't be because I felt so bad for her.
Yeah. Right.
So... Is there anything that you would like to say? Because we read the memo yesterday.
Right.
Is there anything that you would like to say to Beth Ann in the other room that maybe you didn't say to her in private? Because I understand that you took it very good-naturedly.
We cleared the air, and it brought some things to light, and it's all good going forward. So.
Oh boy, she doesn't have a chance. That sounds very final. Yes.
Reading between the lines.
You ever wonder, how many other people here may be at this very moment sending similar emails to other coworkers saying that you are in fact an ass?
And you might not read them.
It goes with the territory.
It comes with the territory. Sure does.
So you're not going to fire her? She's okay for that?
She's okay for that. Of course she is. She works hard.
She works hard.
She's there at dawn with me.
Mm-hmm. She's what?
She comes in very, very early. Do you know
she
that?
does. Yeah,
she does come in very,
she's
very
a good worker bee. You bet.
She's working hard.
Dedicated, trying. I don't know, listening to Michael, whether I would be terrified at what he's saying. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not Beth Ann, and for some strange reason, I'm feeling uneasy about this conversation.
Yeah, here's the thing.
We have a 30-day understanding.
He's got that. He's got that general manager thing going now.
She's a hard worker.
Yeah,
she's fine. When the opportunity presents itself.
Boom!
Don't let the door hit you.
Okay.
All right. We wanted to get your rebuttal on.
And also, just very quickly, if you got just a second, off the air for 1 second. Hold on 1 second.
All right. Very good. Don is now going to talk to Todd Michael Hughes off the air. Sounds like he'll give her a good recommendation.
I swear to God. I just want to say, what she wrote, there is no way that Mike and I agree with that in any way. And if you have to fire that bitch, you know what I say about producers? They're like trains. You miss one, the next one's 5 minutes away.
There you go.
Hold on, please, to go back on the air.
Mm-hmm. People might wonder why we've lasted so long in this business.
So anyway,
that's the reason right there.
Listen, ass.
He is. He's gone.
Well, call back.
Yes.
Michael, call back. I accidentally hung up on him.
Accidentally?
Yes.
No, I really didn't mean to.
She's back.
Oh, the psychic is next?
You want to talk to her next?
Yeah. Yeah, this is a new singing psychic.
Yeah, we are debuting a new singing psychic on the show.
I should point out that we used to have, I think the lady's name, I always remember it, Fran, was it Baskerville?
Baskerville.
Right, like the Hounds.
Maybe the singing psychic will have our first song for us to go, all jobs are safe.
So we had the singing psychic on the phone, and we had her for years, and then she started being on other radio shows, so we said, well, what the hell, we'll let her go.
Are we going to have time to call George McFly?
No, not today, Mike.
Oh, damn it.
Not today. Because I get, now, you see, I get what you're doing. So you're a funny man. Did I tell you the other day? Didn't I tell you you're funny the other day?
Yeah, funny man.
You're funny man.
Yeah, I said something funny, said I'm a funny guy.
You're a funny guy.
Funny guy.
So anyway, the new secret, one of the singing celebrity.
Singing psychic.
Singing psychic. Her name is Jennifer Whisper. She's,
Wow.
Right. That's her name.
Sure. That's a weird name.
That's how you know what? She's in the phone book.
Jennifer Whisper, the new singing psychic, taking place of the old singing psychic.
I'm singing to you, please call George.
We'll be right back. Michael Hughes, ass. Oh, no, negative. No phone scan now. Sorry about that. Listen. We just found out we got the psychic. So let's play this one instead.
This is the Don and Mike Show. WJFK.
Anticipates major delays west on 66 at top 234 Manassas. We have a crash there with 2 cars, a tractor trailer involved in the center of the roadway. Delays stretch back to the Virginia Visitor Center. Hey, tired of your current job? Aflac's looking for professionals in your area who want to take control of their career. To find out more, visit AflacCareers.com. That's AflacCareers.com. Aflac. I'm Michelle Hughes for the Don and Mike Show on WJFK.
Mike, there's a whole lot of people that want to draw the comparison between one of the all-time great Jet quarterbacks, Joe Namath, and Chad Pennington. What impresses you about Chad?
I believe everything that anyone else has watched Chad play impresses me. The same thing impresses them. He's a quality, classy quarterback that has a touch on the football. He's not a thrower. He's a passer. His mind is ahead of what the defense is, and if the Jets can support him, they will win the championship.
Joe, it's been a tough season for Jet fans. What does it mean to you now when the team is struggling?
I want to kiss you. I couldn't care less about the team struggling. What we know is we can improve. Chad Pennington, our quarterback, missed the first part of the season, and we struggled. We're looking to next season. We're looking to make a noise now, and I want to kiss you.
Thanks, Joe.
Yeah!
A huge compliment.
You know what?
Joe Namath, part of the 4-decade team. We'll see these guys at halftime.
All right. Thank you, Susie.
Joe's just a happy guy.
Isn't he?
He's just a happy guy.
Oh, boy, is he happy.
That's pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Featuring new dimensions of hatred. The Don and Mike Show.
Right. We got a new psychic. A new singing psychic.
Fantastic.
Oh, let me see. Dude Walker?
Suck me.
Oh.
The Don and...
I cracked myself up. I cracked myself up. Sure. I heard myself saying that, and it made me laugh.
Just found that, David Dude Walker.
Hey, dude.
Singing psychic. Okay, here's the deal on this lady who we hope will be the next Fran Baskerville. Walt Disney is mounting a comeback from the heavenliest place in the universe.
Really?
Jennifer Whisper says she talked to Walt Disney, and that he's got a brand new creation. Buddha Mouse. Got a brand new Walt Disney-style song, also called Buddha Mouse.
Sure. Buddha Mouse, I guess combining the wonderful faith of Buddhism with Disney. With Mickey.
So, Robbie, she's ready for the call?
Okay.
All right, calling Jennifer Whisper now.
I wonder if she's a Buddhist.
There's a chance that she'll become our regular new singing psychic.
That'd be great.
She also channels Irving Berlin.
Hello?
Hello, Jennifer?
Hi.
Hi, this is Don and Mike, and welcome to our show.
Well, thank you very much.
Let me say now, you are a singing psychic, are you not?
Yeah, I call myself a musical medium, a psychic musical medium.
Do you really, Jennifer? Jennifer Whisper. May I be so bold as to ask your age?
Oh, well, I'll be real bold and tell you I'm 74.
74? You don't sound 74.
We salute that.
That's wonderful, Jennifer.
Thank you.
Jennifer, how is Walt Disney?
Walt Disney is thriving, and he's doing what he always did.
Can you tell us a little bit about this crazy character that he's told you about, Buddha Mouse?
Okay. Well, he gave me a song, and that, if you want me to, I could sing it.
I would love to hear you sing the song.
You wouldn't mind.
Okay, because it kind of tells the story.
Okay, now, Jennifer,
are you a Buddhist? Are you a Buddhist?
No, I'm not.
And this came...
I think, you know what? I'm kind of universal, so I guess I am a Buddhist.
Is Walt a Buddhist now?
Nope.
Huh.
But he's just, a universal-minded person.
So Walt came to you. Walt Disney has been dead... it got almost 40 years now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It was like 65 or 66 that he died. So 40 years later, here you go. Here's Walt talking to you.
How's he come to you? Does he come to you in your sleep?
Well, this was a long time ago. It was right after he died, and I had taken a nap, and then it just kind of woke me up.
Yeah.
And there was the song, first of all.
Wow. All right, well, if you wouldn't mind, could we hear you do the song for us, the song that Walt Disney sang to you? All right, ladies and gentlemen, Jennifer Whisper.
Will you be playing anything, Jennifer, like a guitar or piano or anything like that?
It'll just have to be my voice.
Acapella.
Acapella. Okay, here she is. Jennifer Whisper, possibly our new singing psychic.
Got it.
Got it.
Over here on the other side, there's a lot we want to do to change the way the world thinks and tell you what's really true.
Okay, I've turned the mics
There's
off.
a man over here whose name you know, who changed the world's view using magic and fantasy and the rainbow's hue. He never died. He's still alive. Why, look who he's created. Buddha Mouse. Walt Disney is the one. And now here comes Buddha Mouse singing.
Jesus.
I'm here to relate a story new and share my love with you.
I'm in love.
You've all heard of Mickey Mouse, who is my grandnephew. Walt never died, he's still alive and wants to give to you.
Yeah, baby.
Me, I'm Buddha Mouse. I sing a happy tune. Buddha Mouse, Buddha Mouse. I'm another Walt Disney feature. Buddha Mouse.
Wow.
Buddha Mouse. I'm another Walt Disney feature.
She can't hear us laughing.
Buddha, M-O-U-S-E, Mouse.
Oh,
fantastic.
Beautiful. That is fantastic. And I want to tell you something, Jennifer, how I know that came from Walt Disney. The cadence, the music, the tones, the inflections, the ups, the downs.
Have you been able to do a drawing or have someone do a drawing of Buddha Mouse?
I sure do. I have people have been calling me, and if you give me your address, I'll send you Buddha Mouse's picture.
Before that, could you describe to us what Buddha Mouse looks like?
Yes.
Could you? Now, do you sing that, or do you just say that?
No, I have a picture that I've been sending out.
Well, what does Buddha Mouse look like?
Can you describe him? Does it look like Mickey Mouse?
Oh, no, he doesn't look like Mickey Mouse. He looks like an elder mouse, older, wise mouse. He's got a white beard.
Does he have a big belly?
Mouse ears.
Does he have a big belly like Buddha?
Great big black belly, and he wears a red kimono.
A red kimono.
Wonderful. That's Buddha Mouse.
Really? Now... let me ask you about the people at Walt Disney. Have you tried to contact the Disney company to tell them that Walt has told you about this breakthrough?
Years ago, I did, and this woman liked the idea because I had only the song then, and the cartoon figure image of Buddha Mouse.
It says here you channeled this all the way back in 1966.
Well. Shortly after he died, but I've been keeping it undercover for a long time.
I guess so.
You know. But anyway, they wanted to, they came up with, well, we'll give you $500. But I was just told by Walt Disney, do not do that.
Who is someone that you've channeled recently, more recently than the last 40 years, Jennifer?
Oh, Irving Berlin.
Irving Berlin. How's Irv doing?
Irvin, well, see, what they let me know is that they have what they call Company Hollywood Heaven. And
well, how's that company, Hollywood Heaven?
Hollywood Heaven Company.
Yeah.
Heaven. And Johnny Mercer gave me that song.
Wow.
And I do productions right now, next month, well, on the 15th and the 16th of October, I'm presenting I Am Your Red, White, and BLUE. And that's the song from Irving Berlin, and I'm doing a patriotic show in commemoration of 9/11.
Are you going to wear one of those little outfits with the big stockings?
With the big what?
With your big long legs and you dance like Ann Miller?
Well, I wonder if she danced through me.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, this song, is this like the Walt Disney song? Is this another song that came to you while you were channeling?
Yeah. Okay. This Irving Berlin.
Yeah. Would you sing?
They gave the music through me telepathically. Is how it happened.
Can we hear the Irving Berlin song that he channeled through you, please?
Oh gosh. Let's see. I don't know if I can see.
Oh, come on, Jennifer. If you concentrate.
I am your red, white, and BLUE. I am your red, white, and BLUE. I pledge my allegiance to all of thee.
She's great. I mean it.
I am your
She's
red,
lovely.
white, and BLUE.
I'm getting a little hot.
And I don't have the words with me today. Where I
Wow, that's pretty good, though.
That's great. Tell me something, Jennifer.
Mm-hmm.
Will you sing the Mickey Mouse song again?
Buddha Mouse.
Buddha Mouse.
You want me to sing it again?
Just one more time.
Oh, and listen, do you ever talk to Elvis?
Oh, God, I have a song from Elvis.
Oh, give us a song from Elvis, please. We love Elvis. I can't believe I forgot to ask you. Do you have a song?
Oh, gosh.
Okay, let's hear
Can you remember the...
Elvis, too. You know what? I'll have to give you, get your address because I have a beautiful message from Elvis. And I just love it.
What do you mean? Well, hold on a second. What do you mean you have a beautiful message from Elvis?
That's right, baby.
Well, see, they give me messages. They don't just give me music, but they give me messages. In fact, I even have a message here from Walt Disney.
Oh, really? Now, did he text message you or email you? How did he get in touch with you?
How did he get in touch with me?
Psychically.
Yes, Jennifer, try to focus.
He left you, what, a mental mail? Is that what he left? I mean, like, does your brain say you've got mail?
Oh, well, you know, all this started because I became a meditator.
What is a meditator, Jennifer?
Well, you're just a person who meditates.
Oh.
And for 2 years, I had
Hey, Buzz.
meditating when all of a sudden George Gershwin came.
Oh, she means meditating,
Meditator, not medicator.
It sounded to me like she said medicated.
Yeah, that's why I looked right at my friend Buzz.
Sure. I thought maybe she was medicated.
Okay, so the song that Elvis got you to sing, Jennifer, could you remember a couple of bars of that?
Okay, see. I learned the disco in San Francisco. Now I'm in heaven. Oh, that's about all I know.
That's enough for us.
We can't wait for the rest
I
of
want
it.
to say something. Jennifer, I am a believer. I believe that you have chatted with these people.
Mm-hmm.
We would like to, if possible, have you be the official singing psychic of the Don and Mike show.
Okay.
And what we're going to do is because you're on a national radio show right now, going to 45 markets. We are going to get Buddha Mouse happening. We're going to make this happen.
Mm-hmm. We'd like to get on board with the Buddha Mouse project.
Isn't it really Walt's last vision, Walt's last gift?
What was that again? I didn't hear you.
Would you sing the song for us again?
Okay.
The Buddha Mouse song?
Okay, I'll sing it again. The whole thing?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Please to be
Over
singing.
here on the other side, there's a lot we want to do.
She's a little hard
to
of hearing.
change the way the world thinks and tell you what's really true.
My favorite part is when she gets to Buddha Mouse.
Who changed the world using magic and fantasy and the rainbow's hue. He never died. He's still alive. I look who he's created. Buddha Mouse. Walt Disney is the one. I'm here to relate a story new and share my love with you.
Wow.
You've all heard of Mickey Mouse, who is my grandnephew.
This is a jackpot.
Walt never died, he's still alive and wants to give to you.
He's an elder mouse.
Me? I'm Buddha Mouse. I sing a happy tune. Buddha Mouse. Buddha Mouse.
Get a rifle.
I'm another Walt Disney feature. Buddha Mouse. Buddha Mouse.
Yeah.
I'm another Walt Disney feature. I'm Disney's Buddha Emerald. Mickey Mouse.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic.
Jennifer, if that is not the sweetest and most down-to-earth piece
I'd
of...
love to have it go out as a light that gleams because we need it right
Yeah,
we sure do. We need Buddha Mouse now.
It's going right now. Jennifer Whisper is her name. Please remember, this is the Don and Mike radio show, and we would like to contact you on a regular basis to see who else is speaking to you and singing to you.
Have more songs ready for us, Jennifer. We'd like to hear all of your collection.
Oh, I would love to do that. I'll be your singing psychic.
Thank you so much.
If you would hold on, I want you to talk to a lady who I bet you probably will have a very nice time talking to her. Her name is Beth Ann McBride.
She's our producer, and she'd love to talk to you.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you. I'll talk to her.
Perhaps after you talk to Beth Ann, then maybe the next time we talk to you, you'll get a vision about Beth Ann, and you'll have a song about Beth Ann.
Okay.
Of course, she would have to die for that to happen, right?
It could happen.
Yeah, I wouldn't wish that, Beth Ann, I don't wish that on you.
Yeah,
even if it would end up being a really great bit for the show.
Yeah, if she sends more of those emails like she sent, you never know.
Yeah,
you never know what's
right.
going to happen.
All right, listen, thank you, Jennifer. Hold on, please.
Okay.
That's Jennifer Whisper, and I tell you what that is. That's Buddha Mouse. G-O-L-D, boys. That's another good one.
Am I the only one who had the vision of whatever happened to Baby Jane and the hideously old Betty Davis?
With the painted-on eyebrows?
Exactly, big lollipop.
I tell you, two good finds for our brand new 2004 wacky file.
Yes.
We got the singing senator,
Right.
and now we got Jennifer Whisper.
And just think, she's held on to that since 1966 when we were children.
Right. Wow. All right, your call is coming up now. Here it's time for the rotating random phone scan. Anybody can call. We don't screen these calls. 877-365-3636 from anywhere in America. From Canada, from Mexico. 800-636-1067 in Washington, D.C. on WJFK 202-432-1067. And the Elvis song was not as great, but she had kind of an Elvis thing happening there.
Well, it's Elvis speaking through her. I hope she sends his beautiful message in the mail.
Jennifer Whisper. Buddha Mouse. Let's see how that... Oh, call now for the phone scan.
Another Disney feature.
Let's see how that conversation went with Beth Ann.
A moment. Hello?
Hey, how did it go with you and Jennifer?
What are you talking about?
Did you
No, not your daughter, Jennifer. Jennifer Whisper. Did you talk to the psychic?
I'm talking to her right now.
Oh,
how's it going?
Yeah, how's it
Going well.
That's good.
Ask her about you and Michael Hughes.
Okay.
Ask her if Michael Hughes is channeling anything.
Hey, can you ever, channel people who are living? People like I'm alive, and, Walt Disney is dead. Okay, are you getting any vibes about me?
Louder, Beth.
Is this Beth Ann right now? Yes, it is.
See?
Jennifer seems to lose her focus occasionally.
Yes. Do you think when Irving Berlin is talking,
Subject.
when Irving Berlin's talking to her, she says, what?
D.A. McBride.
That she hears clearly.
Right.
Was she really talking?
A Hughes production.
Another McBride feature.
Ask Hughes.
Who's my grandnephew?
They seem to really be having a long conversation.
Okay, hold a second. She got a little vibe.
Yeah. And?
She felt that it seems that I am wanting to seek the stars and wanting to move on and reach higher.
Wow. Okay. All right.
That's what she said.
Well, that's wonderful. Thanks for sharing that with us.
Okay, thanks, Beth Ann.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Did she sing?
No, she did not sing. I think she's singing now.
Well, it only means it if she sings.
Okay.
No, that's a whole Casey Kasem thing. Keep your feet on the ground and keep reaching for the stars. That's
right.
like an American Top 40 thing.
Where she heard.
That's right.
Hello? Okay. Yeah,
right.
That's kind of a Casey Kasem thing.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. You didn't really have to tell her.
She follows your orders.
Phone scan, everybody. Call.
I was just following orders.
All right, time for the phone scan. We'll be right back with your call.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
Quick plug, I'm Mike LaFontaine, owner and founder of High Class Management. Whoops! Comics Constant Companion. Let's start right out. Hey, what happened? As you know, back in 1970, I started on a series called What Happened? And every time something would go wrong, I would look at the camera and say, Hey, what happened? We had a lot of fun with that and a lot of other catchphrases. I got a real red wagon. And I can't do my work. And I believe I was the first one to use the phrase, I don't think so. But it only lasted a year, and that's good because that's how you establish a cult.
Right. Tough Guys. Don Geronimo and Michael Mera.
Guys.
Hello.
Hi, Jerry.
Hello.
Okay, all right. Phone scan. Here we go. How is it that trying to think of which pretty boy, Nick Lachey?
Yeah.
How is it Nick Lachey is alive
and well,
and Jim Morrison's dead? I mean, maybe Jim Morrison would have been dead anyway by now.
You don't think that Nick Lachey's best work is ahead of him? No. After he leaves Jessica Simpson?
Don't think so. He hit the lottery with that, baby.
He did. He knows how to play it, too.
Good looking she is. Kind of talented, I guess.
Well, she's, I don't think she's flavor of the month. I think she's moved past that.
Here's the bet. You know what she smells like? Money. Yeah. That's what she smells like. Absolutely.
Every picture. You ever notice every picture that he's in, he smiles the exact same way, too? It's that kind of...
You know what it is? It's the same look when they've got the mine worker that just won the lottery.
Right.
He constantly has that look that he's going to buy a chocolate pie a mile wide.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah. Well, yes. Buzz, yes. Okay.
Yeah. And the fringe benefit, of course, is that she's easy on the eye. Yeah.
Phone scan 877-365-3636. And you got to know. I mean, she plays it up on TV. But I can only imagine what it would be like living with a woman as stupid as Jessica Simpson is compared to my charming Connie Honey.
I'll tell you someday.
Rob, you're on very dangerous ground.
I know. God bless her. She's not listening.
Oh, all right. Well, then go ahead. Let it fly.
Love
Do you think that Jessica Simpson is a tomcat, though?
Yeah.
You think she is? You think when those cameras aren't rolling and those two are,
yes,
that she's like, hello, big boy.
And I don't doubt that he probably has instructed her in the ways of married love.
Buddha Mouse.
The other way around.
Let's take some phone calls, okay? At 877-365-3636. Hello, this is the phone scan. Hello?
Hello?
You're on the air.
Wow.
Yes. I just wanted to say a belated happy birthday to Joan, and maybe next year she shouldn't let the salesman get off so easy.
Okay. Now, this caller would be referring to a comment that Joan made on the show.
Yes, that's correct.
With her cheese, that the salespeople were coming in to get cheese, and she had to fend them off.
She had to beat them off with a stick. I believe is what she said. And get out of here, you. Out there with the
troublemaker.
With the Joan Lotta stuff. Hello there, Don and Mike show. Phone scan. Hello.
It's me, Buddha Mouse.
Hey, Buddha Mouse. Mouse, what's happening?
Do you think Buddha would like Charlie Stewang Stabulac?
Oh, I think Buddha Mouse is a Charlie favorite already.
Charlie Stewang Stabulac? Buddha Mouse.
And maybe she could channel Granny.
Granny.
Yeah, I see fish.
I can tell you something. What I see a digital phone system that appears to be malfunctioning.
Oh, this is a bad time for that, being a phone scanner.
Either only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people in America are calling us, or we have a problem.
We
with the phone system.
Houston, and we're on live in Houston today.
Yes.
We have a problem.
Let me see. 1-877-365-3636. Because we have right now 1, 2, 3, 4 lines open.
It's busy.
We're getting a busy signal.
Well, that doesn't always mean the phone's busy.
Look at that. See that? Look at that. I'm pressing that. That's brandoed out.
Jammed up.
That's dead, baby. That's dead.
Hold it. There you go.
What? You got it?
You just punched up a line.
Yeah, well, that was one of the ones that worked, though.
Well, it's
See,
something.
I tried number 9, number 10, number 6, number 5. It's hope. They're dead.
Accent
Hello.
the positive.
Don and Mike show. Hello.
Radio Gods, how you doing?
I'm not good at accenting the positive, Buzz.
I know.
Too bad there's not a song called Accent the Negative. Because I'd sing that one all the time.
Well, I bet, what's her name? Jennifer Whisper could write that for you.
Hello.
Accent the negative.
Buddha Mouse. Hello, Don and Mike.
Yeah, I was just waiting for that old hag to break into, yeah, I see fish. And Mike.
Yeah.
Do not
get too excited about the postseason, because always remember, when it's time for the leaves to turn brown, the faux socks are sure to go down. Bingo, baby.
Thank you, Stallion.
Doing a Stallion riff on you.
I wonder if that is a Stallion original. When
I don't know.
Time for the leaves to go brown, the people from Beantown go down.
Barry Stribe.
When it goes brown.
Stallion.
Brown. What has Brown done for you?
Hello, Don and Mike Show.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Hey, you're on the air. Hi.
I'd just like to know if you let Joe talk to that quack, because I'm sure Joe wouldn't mind to hit off of that.
Oh, how dare you, sir? She's not a quack.
And I want to tell you seriously what Joe said. This was during the commercials.
Joe got she got an angry response from
So Beth Ann is coming in during the commercials, and we're saying, yeah, let's keep this woman's number. And we're all generally saying what we always say during a break, wow, weren't we great?
Yeah, feeling good about
it. But we said, hey, she was pretty good. And Joe came in. I said, hey, Joe, she was good, right? And Joe said, she freaked me out. I didn't like her. Yeah, she freaked me out. What did he say?
It was, she freaked me out. I said, did you like her? No. And then he left. Bye. He's been like a half, maybe three-quarters of a bubble off all day.
Hello.
Peanut butter cup?
Don and Mike Show. Hello.
Reese's Pieces.
Hello, phone scan.
Food mouth.
No, hello, Don and Mike.
Don and Mike.
Right.
It's Gary calling from Georgetown, Canada. I got to tell you, got to stop with that granny icy fish. I want to run somebody over the road every time.
Yeah, icy fish.
I'm going to kill somebody.
Why?
So that's having a negative reaction up in Canada?
Oh, that's everybody not.
Maybe, Rob, we can use that as our... maybe we can use that as our secret weapon.
Yeah, icy fish.
When they attack.
You want us to stop playing that? You'd just love it, wouldn't you, Mountie?
I don't know. That's granny icy fish. I don't know. I'd rather hear Ellie Mae do something.
I don't get that.
Goodbye. He's from Canada, Buzz.
All right. They don't track with the show.
Hello, Don and Mike Show. Phone scan.
What's up, Don and Mike?
Hi, you're on the air.
Yeah, I have a question for both of you.
Yes, sir.
All right, for Don, I want to know, do you think Philadelphia is going to take it all the way this year with Owens there with McNabb?
Hold on, not real. The only real sports questions that will really take is on Friday, like during football season.
All right,
no
problem. Well, then, Mike, I need to know, where's your restaurant, man?
It's in Manassas, Virginia.
Thanks. Look Around Cafe.
I gotta
Look
check
for
it
the
out.
big sign of the bald guy with the mustache.
Hello there. Don and Mike Show. And
hello.
I can't help myself. I think Philly's the most overrated 3-0 team in the league.
You do?
I really do.
Oh.
I think that Terrell Owens is going to end up tearing that team apart. I'm going to love watching it happen.
You think he's going to be clubhouse cancer?
The double C. Yes, I do, Mike. Hello,
money.
Don and Mike Show.
Don and Mike, you guys rule. Donmike.
Now everybody's singing because of Jennifer Whisper.
Doing the singing psychic. When I tell you she's a smash. Hello, Don and Mike Show. Hello? Oh, come on, that's rude. Hi, Don and Mike Show. Phone scan.
Don and Mike, greetings.
Hi there.
Hey, guys, you were running the best of last week. Happen to hear it.
Hold on, we have to hit the button on that.
I forgot. That's right.
I don't see how we could have run that segment unless they edited something out.
They did.
Oh, did they?
It was beeping and cutting. So
they just they basically substitute certain words for the old words, like fertilize.
The guy that was calling called about a segment that ran one day last week when we had to be off for Monday Night Football, and it's a subject that we can't discuss, and now we have no delay to take telephone calls because everybody in the building hit the button. So please...
It was a home and garden segment.
Please enjoy this from the Singing Senator.
I was on the Don and Mike Show, and what a thrill for me.
Very musical today.
I think it's a nice companion piece to the Buddha Mouse.
Love to get them together.
This guy's a real senator.
My friends Don and Mike,
from North Carolina.
But I don't reckon that'll happen again in months and months and months. I don't reckon that'll happen again in months and months and months.
Great. And still, we are unable to take telephone calls.
Would that be the deck guy that caused that trouble? The guy that said the thing about the deck?
Yeah. Correct. I hit the button. I guess Beth Ann hit the button. Oh, there you go. We got a green. And
we're back.
We are go. The phones are back. Hello, Don and Mike Show. Phone scan.
Don, Mike, Radio God.
Howdy.
Well, hello, Buzz.
Hello.
Hey,
Well, hello there, Buzz.
Greetings from Lafayette, Louisiana.
Hello there, Buzz.
Hello there.
How am you doing today?
Hello, Buzz.
I'm well.
You're looking very, very fine today, Buzz.
Hello,
You're
Buzz.
Fine.
Thank you.
Hello there.
I have two questions.
Yeah.
One, Mike,
Yes.
how's your house after the third hurricane?
Fine. Everything's A-okay.
Hey, Mike. There you
Thank
go.
God your house is okay.
You know what? Thank God. The guy beat me in the punch. I was going to say,
Yes.
thank God your place in Fort Myers is okay.
That's when we made a joke about, being thankful for my house not falling down.
Right, but
Yeah, hey, I'm in Louisiana. We get the storms, too.
but nobody mentioned it with the latest storm that came through.
Actually, I'm saying it's okay, and maybe I'm making an ass out of you and me because I'm assuming I haven't bothered my neighbors down there because, after, 6 hurricanes or something like that, I figured, no, Rob, they're not dead.
Well, hey, I was kind of hoping one of them would come our way because last time Hurricane Lily, I got paid.
Lily.
Lily.
You got paid for a hurricane?
Insurance. I made money.
Oh, insurance.
Insurance.
What insurance is for?
Yeah.
I made money.
Profit.
So you made more than your stuff was worth.
Oh, yeah.
How much more did you make?
About $2,500.
That's pretty darn good.
That's pretty good.
Hey, I got vinyl siding on the side of my house. One piece came off and was flapping in the breeze. She gave me $500 to replace that wall. As soon as she left, I got my ladder and popped it right back in.
I'm sure this is really great for all the people that maybe lost their homes.
Thank God there's no fraud.
All the people listening off the Tampa Bay station who have really been affected by this. Nice to hear that
pounding their dashboards right now.
Some schmuck in Louisiana who, incidentally, I bet has plenty of power and plenty
little
of gasoline.
Johnny won't get his bedroom rebuilt. No. But this guy got his $500 vinyl siding.
And he made money on the deal.
Absolutely.
So as far as you're concerned, hurricanes are a good thing.
If they're not too bad.
Well, thank you for being the unofficial spokesperson for insurance fraud.
Thank you.
Insurance.
Goodbye. Insurance. Ambulance. Hello, Don and Mike show.
Don and Mike.
Yes, this is the phone scan.
Hey, just got a question. This is Mike up here in Spokane. Got a question for Buzz.
Yes, Mike.
Go ahead, Mike.
I ordered some of that absinthe off the greenferry.com.
All right.
And what would you advise me to mix that with?
Well, just follow the instructions. Have you received it yet?
No, sir, I haven't.
It'll come with the absinthe spoon, and you're going to want to pick up a box of sugar cubes.
That's the on-air Buzz. Off-air Buzz just makes it with pure heroin.
Here's the thing with Buzz, and I know, and I know that we touched on this on the vacation.
Right.
So we were, when we were on our Labor Day vacation, Frida was off on that trip with her mom.
Right.
And I had a couple of days, wonderful days at the beach with Buzz and Marshall.
That was great.
And one night we were going to have a party because when we've dabbled with the absinthe here on the show, I only took a little sip. I didn't.
Yeah, well, you got to drive the car, so
I didn't go whole hog with it
on the show.
So
well, you did one time go whole hog with it, right?
Yeah, but not
like this night that he's about to describe.
I remember it was the day that you kind of knocked him back really fast, and your point was, I'm not feeling anything, and then about half an hour later, it hit you like a freight train.
But this was better and worse and you should get Buzz to do this for you if you have any of this stuff.
Right.
It's like hillbilly heroin. It looks like what he's doing because he's got the spoon
on the glass.
He's got the spoon that's got holes in it. Okay, so it's not a real spoon. It's like a strainer almost.
That's for the sugar, right?
Puts that on the sugar.
Put the sugar cube
he
on
puts
that.
some of the absinthe in that.
Pour that through the sugar cube.
Then he's got some crushed ice, and he's like a scientist, like a mad scientist. Mike, you were talking about the refrigerator where you get the water out of the door.
Right, yes.
So Buzz is in front of my refrigerator, just pushing it enough to get the right amount of water.
Very slowly to help dissolve the sugar cube.
Stirring it. And so here's what happens. He makes the first batch, and I take it, and I take a sip, and I go,
tasted awful.
Wow. It was like, I said, I don't think I can if this is really the way you drink it, I don't think I can handle this.
Did you strain it and then drink it without any ice in it at all?
No. Buzz made a
big
nice
glass, a tumbler with
so
ice.
it had ice in it.
Yeah,
and a lot of water.
A nice big glass and a lot of water, but still the stuff was so strong.
Yeah,
that I got that, that when something is too much for you. Well, about 15 minutes later, as I started my second one, I noticed to Buzz, he said, hey, you know what? The taste really gets pretty good
after a while.
The taste improves.
Keep in mind, 15 minutes earlier, I really had that throw up, mechanism, like because it reminded.
You get that feeling you're not going to be able to make it.
It reminded me of Sambuca,
right?
And it was like
kind of a burn.
Yeah, yuck.
Yeah,
and
very strong.
Then by the time we had the third one, we were the three of us, Buzz, Marcia, and myself, sitting around a table, simply laughing. Simply laughing. There was really...
Wasn't it the pleasantest, happiest artificial sensation you've ever had in your life?
Yeah, you know me, especially in past lives. I've tried it all. Let me say, that's a winner.
Really?
That's a freaking winner. Now,
good stuff.
Now you got to have someone like Buzz there to make the thing for you.
Set the mood.
To make everything right.
Don, maybe for Thanksgiving.
Oh, you know what? If you had that and a turducken.
Oh my God!
If you could, if you had a turducken as a chaser for your absinthe,
you couldn't taste. I can't taste the stuffing.
You wouldn't be hungry. You wouldn't care.
I sat there at the table and I said to Buzz and Marcia, I said, I don't think cause it was one of those things, laughing. Where I said, it's almost like laughing gas. Like one of your parties from 20 years ago.
Just giggling. Yeah.
Just laughing. It's like, and it's different than being high and different than being drunk. Mm-hmm. And I'm doing a great commercial for a product here.
For substance abuse.
Yes, for substance abuse. Absolutely.
Yeah. Very illegal.
The Green Fairy.
Well, no,
don't try this at home. It's not. It's illegal to sell it in this country. Not illegal to consume it.
Correct. No, you can buy it on the internet, and that's all legit.
But anyway, what you should do is call Buzz at 1-800-ABSINTHE and have him give you this recipe he's got for making it.
I'm gonna consult with him. You've sold me.
Yeah. Oh, Mike, it was a winning evening.
It was
really
just happy.
And here's the thing. At one point, I guess it was like 10:15. I'm so just blotto. I said, I just got to go upstairs and lay down. I mean, too much is happening. And I said to Buzz, I bet tomorrow that I'm going to wake up with a killer hangover.
You're right, because of the sugar and everything.
No, you won't.
And Buzz said, you're going to wake up tomorrow and feel great. And I went, okay, right, good night, Marcia. And true to his word, woke up the next day. I mean,
we all felt
fresh as a daisy.
Yeah. Not a problem.
Yeah.
You're right, guys. I've never heard a better ad for substance abuse.
We didn't have the problem. We didn't have our problems until the following night when we had the margaritas.
Yeah, the only thing you guys haven't thrown in there is that we both woke up and we felt younger.
Margaritas, that stuff is poison.
When the night we had the margaritas, both Buzz and I were sleeping on the floor in the living room.
Oh, we were out by 9.
Jerry Seinfeld it was before that.
Really?
Because Jerry Seinfeld was on, so it was 7:30. We went to dinner
Didn't
at
happen with absinthe.
6. We came back at 7:30, and Marcia's watching TV while Buzz and I are both laying on the floor on our stomachs, sleeping.
Jacob at Green Ferry will send you the instructions, and just follow those. You'll be fine.
No, was it a fishbowl margarita? The big one?
No, it was not.
No.
It was, but I'm just telling you.
Regular.
Tequila is so evil.
This segment brought to you by Alcoholics Anonymous.
Anonymous nothing.
Yeah, we all shouted from the mountaintop,
we have jingles.
Hello there. Don and Mike show. Hello.
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 I liked it so much I bought the company.
If I could, I would.
Hello.
Mr. Drysdale.
What?
Mr. Drysdale.
Yeah.
What's Granny cooking for dinner?
Well, I'm not going to be eating any solid food this evening. I will be visiting with my friend, the Green Fairy.
Does Granny...
Yes, Granny indulges in absinthe.
Yeah, I see fish.
And then we try to find the fish.
Hello there. Not a bunch of... Go fishing.
Makes her see fish.
Granny, want to go fishing?
Yes, it's time for some salmon fishing.
Hello, Don and Mike show.
Hello, boys. Hey,
Hey.
I was wondering for the massage, is Mike going to be using any flavored oils?
You know what? You said flavored, but no, but scented. Yes, I'll be fine. Am I allowed to?
Yes.
We haven't really discussed the details of the terms. I'll be able to get whatever scented oil I want.
Can I
Absolutely.
request one flavored oil?
What's the
Flavor of copper?
I was going to suggest pine sol.
Yeah, Mike, if you want to get some fancy schmancy thing that smells better...
I don't want to use anything like with menthol or eucalyptus or anything that might burn the wound. But I think I'm going to get a very, very nice floral scented oil.
We got a very nice concession speech earlier in the show from Mike about the annual Red Sox bet.
Yes, I have lost again.
They've let him down again.
Right.
So as soon as Tom Gavin gets out of the hospital from his hip replacement surgery, Mike will be giving him a total body nude massage.
That's great.
Tom will be laying on his belly, so Mike will just be doing his back, the back of his legs, his shoulders.
I probably shouldn't bring this up.
Go ahead. What?
Is there a contingency if he's not coming out of the hospital?
That you go there?
That I just go there eventually and
and
take a tape recorder?
And I think eventually means sooner rather than later. So
well, I'm thinking like if we were getting towards the Christmas holiday. And,
I was thinking if we were getting towards the World Series. I was thinking, like the end of October. The end of Rocktober.
And if, regretfully, anything unforeseen happens, could another listener sit in for him?
I know a listener who could sit in for him.
Just as a contingency, of course.
Just in case Tom wasn't well.
Massaging Dennis Murphy.
Dennis Murphy, yeah.
Boy, I know that's...
Massaging Dennis Murphy.
Talk about the expression 6 of one, half a dozen of the other.
Yeah. Really, that's a lose-lose, isn't it?
That's an LL.
Don and Mike show. Hello.
Hey, let me speak to Buzz, please.
I'm here.
Hey, Buzz, are you wearing one of those tight shirts that I love so bad?
Yes, I am.
Hey, what do you say, hey, can we get together and, have a tight shirt club?
No, I don't think that's going to happen.
Get out of here. Hello there, Don and Mike show.
Wow.
Actually, Buzz has a little gift to his shirt today.
Maybe a little. I may have dropped some more weight, actually.
That's a compliment.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's not skin tight like Peter Pan clothes.
That's right. Mine, too.
Hello, Don and Mike show. Hello.
Radio God.
Have you looked at this shirt? Have you taken a good look at this shirt today?
No, not since you brought it to my attention.
Yeah. You ever see buttons in more pain?
Very close to busting a button.
You ever see buttons that are really just going, please take this off?
They're distressed. Hello. Phone scan.
Radio God.
Howdy. Welcome to the show.
I miss Major Bill. Are you going to put him on the best of sometime?
Major Bill? Major Bill's dead.
Bill. I'm very, very sick.
He's dead. Rob, didn't you get out of here?
Well, I guess he can come back through the magic of the best of.
I thought we were going to run some Major Bill when we were gone last time. Hello, Don and Mike show. Some real old stuff. Hey, Robbie, did you guys run that real old Major Bill stuff?
It's not yet out of the Don and Mike labs. Some of the audio quality is really not acceptable for air. And because it was a live broadcast the original time, we're going to bump it up. We'll have it probably for Christmas.
And we've remastered it, and it's actually fantastic.
That's from the Don and Mike lab.
Don and Mike show. Hello. And I'll try that one. Phone scan. Hi.
Hey, Don and Mike.
Hey.
Hey, this is Carl. I'm Bert's wallet guy.
You're who?
What?
Bert's wallet guy.
Bert's?
Oh, no, Bart's wallet guy. I remember this. Remember a year or so ago, my son lost his wallet, and a listener actually found it?
That's nice.
You found Don's son's wallet?
I didn't. All the money and all the checks returned to everything.
Yeah, no, I remember this guy, yeah. What can I do for you?
Well, real quick, do you think the debate's going to be on a 6-second delay? I figured if Powell's son, if Bush makes a mistake, Powell's...
Yeah, okay, listen, here's just a tip for future listeners. Even if you do something really, really nice, like find my kid's wallet...
Which was really nice.
And bring it to him, and you call the show and you suck, you're still going to get hung up on.
Yeah, technically, that was a nickname. Bart's wallet guy.
Bart's wallet guy. Come on.
You want to split hairs?
Come on, Adolf.
I could make a case that was not a nickname. Because he was saying... he was just trying to identify
himself.
It depends if he put it in quotes or not.
Right.
I know
if he called and he said, this is wallet guy.
Walletman.
Wallet man.
Hello, Don and Mike show. Phone scan. Hi.
Hi, guys.
Hi there.
I just heard that Nick Lachey and Jessica Simpson are actually separated.
Oh, impossible.
I'd heard that too. Sounds like tabloid fodder to me.
That's not true. That can't be true.
I have one of those. I don't know how reliable this is. I have one of those text pagers that gets little automatic updates, and I just was reading it at a stoplight.
Well, that was from me.
That's where you get real news from. No, honey, who knows? You could be right. You could be right. You could be wrong. But I can't see him walking away from that money machine.
But isn't that
I
one?
don't know.
We would all root for that marriage to fail just because we're all jealous.
Yeah, and
Probably so.
Imagine if they were nice enough to do the reality show Divorce.
Oh, that'd be great.
After Newlyweds, wouldn't it be great?
Fantastic.
Hello, Don and Mike show. Phone scan. Hello.
Buddies.
Yeah, hi. You're on the air.
What's going on?
I don't know. What is going on?
Hey, I was just wondering if you guys caught when you were on vacation, if you caught the premiere of the Tony Danza show.
No, that does not air in our local area. That is an ill-fated daytime TV talk show, right?
Oh, my God, it was hideous. Liza Minnelli was on it. She sang.
Yeah, because isn't he going to kind of try to do the variety
Yeah,
show
be
stuff?
like a song and dance band.
And we don't have it here in Washington.
No, sadly we don't. But you know what we do get is the Jane Pauley show, which I've been tuning in recently. Because the only thing that Jane Pauley can exploit now on this show is the fact that she's bipolar.
Is she still dwelling on that?
So on almost every single show, she starts like, I'm Jane Pauley, and today's topic will be getting your youngsters ready for pre-K. I remember when my youngsters were in pre-K, this was before I was bipolar. Of course. And then you get the whole story
But she
about...
still talks about it every day.
Yeah.
Wow. But she doesn't, like, come back from commercial one time sobbing and the next time laughing uncontrollably.
No, that would be great. That would be great.
We're back. Just give me a minute.
Listen, last person, this is you. Big winner, what's your name?
Daniel.
Would that be? Should Danza be on ABC? Who should carry Danza?
Rob, I don't. This is one of those technical questions. I'm not sure if the show is distributed by ABC or not.
Because we need him, and we need him now.
I know Paulie's distributed by NBC, and it runs on an ABC affiliate here.
I love it when you guys start talking like TV executives.
Go figure.
Danza and Paulie.
Where are you from? Where are you from?
I am from Modesto, California.
Thanks, O'Mara.
And then Buzz will come in talking about Letterman and simply say Dave.
Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on. Here you go. Oh, the WWE No Mercy prize pack. It's No Mercy live in your home Sunday, October 3rd, in-demand pay-per-view. Digital customers enjoy easy ordering using your digital remote.
Yeah.
That's from Cox. And wait, there's more of COX. And you've also won a $25 Hooters gift card.
Sweet.
Enjoy all the wings you want while watching all the games at Hooters with the NFL Sunday ticket. That's this weekend. Go to Hooters.
Enjoy your prizes from Hooters and Cox.
There you go. And at
You guys rule.
At WWE, enjoy seeing Elvis wrestle the Buddha Mouse.
All right, we're going to put you on hold now. You'll talk to McBride if she's not talking to Hughes.
Thanks, guys.
If he's not delivering Combs' baby.
Or maybe Ardinger's back there.
Ardinger.
When we come back, it's Carrie. K-O-T-Z. Carrie on the Zoo.
Amen.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
First of all, membership is for life. Take your time, change your mind. You'll never be rushed. Although usually our members find their apprentice in around 6 months or so. If she gets hit by a train 10 years from now, it's a lifetime membership. You're reinstated for free.
The Don and Mike Show.
Thank you. Right.
They share common interests. Don and Mike.
Ladies and gentlemen, yes. Honeycomb. The one and the debate is on tonight.
Right.
I guess. Well, of course, we'll talk about it tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, just brief.
Not expecting a lot to happen. I'm not expecting a lot of fireworks. I want to see what happens with the coverage of the cameras,
Right.
the crazy networks.
Yeah, what I hear, is the networks are going to go against the rules because a lot of the networks feel there are too many rules for this debate and the way they cover it.
Mm-hmm.
I hope they show reaction shots. That's half the fun of a debate.
They have to.
Is
They
watching
will.
how the other guy's reacting.
Hold on. I got to read this, then we'll talk to John Kerry. John Kerry. Let's really talk to John Kerry.
that really seriously.
Tomorrow, it's Pick the Pros with Rich Eisen. Rich is brought to us by Tower Records, Tower.com. Nobody has a bigger selection of the music and movies you love. And pleased to be watching Rich's TV show, NFL Total Access, every night at 7 and 10. That is on the NFL Network. Information at NFL.com. All right, so we'll have Rich on tomorrow. And there, I've read that. That's it. I'm done.
Yes, you did.
Even with the fancy music, I'm bored with that now. So the convention is tonight.
Debate.
Tonight. I'm sorry. The debate tonight. And I believe we have our hookup now.
Good.
Let's go live to the site of the debates. And I believe at the podium will be John Kerry. Can you hear me? Senator Kerry.
I'm John Kerry, and I'm reporting for duty.
Now, dude, how come you're on the podium? How come you're on the podium?
I'm practicing tonight. We live in a country with many, many problems, many confusing situations for Americans to deal with. And I've been advised by my handlers to stand at this podium until 9 o'clock Eastern Time tonight so that I can become as comfortable as possible before the cameras. And one of the instructions that I've been given by my handlers, Don,
yes, John,
is to not participate in this debate with long, rambling, disjointed, and difficult to understand answers. So I've been working on being succinct and trying to concise, and trying to communicate to the American people in the best way that I can, and I'm understanding that you are going to pepper me with some questions that I will try to answer as briefly as I possibly can and not ramble on with long and disjointed answers that require difficulty and interpretation, which require the...
30 seconds on the clock, please. We're gonna try to keep your answer. We're gonna have a TikTok, and
I thank you.
I'm gonna tell you.
My wife, and I are looking forward to this opportunity to deal with the issues that confront Americans each and every day in this presidential situation.
This is the problem. This is the problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe the American people, by the end of this evening at 10:30 Eastern Time, will know the clear choice and go to the voting booths with their idea of making the president
No.
But I do believe the American people...
Hold on. Here's your first question.
Hello?
And I want you to answer this question.
I'm John Kerry, and I'm reporting for duty.
Right, okay. Yeah. Oh, hey, listen, do you have any of those Purple Hearts? Can I have a couple?
I've got a satchel full.
I'd love one.
I've said that to people here at the University of Miami all day long as we prepare for the debates. If someone walks up to me and says, good luck, I say, well, thank you, here's a Purple Heart.
Okay.
Put it right on them. Put them right on their lapel.
10 seconds. I want a 10-second answer. You ready?
I don't think I can do that. You're challenging me. We have 2 minutes.
What is George Bush doing wrong the most? In your opinion, what's his number one area where he was vulnerable as our president? Go.
I believe this nation needs a president who can accept his role as the leader of the free world. Leadership is a very difficult concept for many people to understand, but I do believe that...
I'll never know.
Well, that's just not going to do.
Okay.
I'm John Kerry, and I don't believe that I will be able to answer these questions and deal with these issues in 10 seconds or less. You've left me with a decided handicap that I will not be. I cry foul.
Let me see if I can get you on a topic that I know you'll be brief on.
I shall remain at this great podium to avoid the angry villagers who are chasing me with pitchforks and torches. I forgot that riff, Rob. I completely forgot that right now.
This one I bet you can answer in 10 seconds or less.
15 minutes prior to the debate, I will go to the tower, where the lightning storm will infuse my body with life once again, and I will be able to be a living creature. Fire! Bad.
Do you have the bolts coming out of your neck tonight?
Tonight I will be covering the bolts with some special putty body makeup that will not allow the American people to see the fact that my head was actually sewn on from a corpse.
Now I will be able to prove to you that you can't answer a question.
I'm Herman Kerry, and I'm reporting for duty.
In 10 seconds or less.
10 seconds or less? All right.
I know you'll have an answer immediately.
I certainly hope that I'm able to.
What is the one thing your wife does that drives you crazy?
The one thing that my wife today does that drives me crazy is each and every day on the campaign trail, she talks.
Look at that, 9 seconds.
Thank you very much.
Good job.
9 seconds now.
But Don, you're aware of the format that we've agreed, the 36-page doctrine that we are all adhering to on the debate structure that we, myself and my opponent, will be adhering to, and I do believe that the end of the debates will provide a clear understanding
for the
American people that this is the time that we go on.
For you, 2 minutes to the average person seems like 20 minutes, so let's work in these 10-second increments.
I do believe that I have a reputation, Don, of taking even the most simple questions and rambling incoherently for many, many hours on end so that at the end of the speaking time, people will not be able to clearly understand my view. But you could ask me exactly what I had for dinner last night, and I'm sure that I could ramble on incessantly for hours and hours and
hours. All right, let's try that in 10 seconds. What did you have for dinner last night?
Well, of course, dinner time is an important time in the Kerry household, even on the campaign trail. I feel that it's necessary to fill one's body with the proper nutritional intake every day to ensure that everyone is going...
No.
Too much.
No.
I'd like to make this announcement that after a decided victory in November, I will stock my cabinet with individuals including Boris Karloff and Fred Gwynn. Yes, both of them... I know you're saying, as Americans, well, John Kerry, they're dead. But I will personally be going to the cemetery to dig them up provide them with light based on my Tower of Lightning.
Okay, here's a great 10-second question.
My beautiful bride, Teresa, I've asked her to dye her hair jet black with 2 white streaks up either side so that she can be the bride of John Kerry.
Now,
please greet Special Secretary of State Bela Lugosi.
What about Al Lewis?
We're very excited, yes.
Will Grandpa Al Lewis have a spot?
Lon Chaney, not Dick Cheney. I'd like to say that Grandpa Munster was simply a characterization, and I go for the classic horror films. Frankenstein, Wolfman, and all the good ones.
Well, then, let me ask you, and again, the reason to get you to do this in 10 seconds or less is so that tonight you learn to economize your words.
Are you trying to assist me in my debate as I prepare for the George Bush debate?
10 seconds or less.
Yes, Don.
Who's better, the Munsters or the Addams Family?
There's no question the Munsters are better. I've always...
Hey, hold
yes,
on.
thank you very much.
3 seconds.
Well, I was going to explain it.
No.
It's a bit of a long answer, but I'll tell you right now that I prepared the creature of the Black Lagoon. I prepared with the creature of the Black Lagoon.
Hey, let me ask.
Read much, John.
Off the.
Sit down, John.
Off the record.
Yes.
What was it like making that movie with Abbott and Costello?
Well, the Abbott and Costello features, when it was Meet Frankenstein, they were both very funny men, and they both had a great sense of humor, and I believe they both voted Democratic in most elections. Yeah. We had a very good time with all of them. I've enjoyed wearing these oversized boots that I wear, my short sport coat, and my gray mock turtleneck. It's a wonderful uniform that I'll be wearing on the debate with a Halloween feel.
What's the name
But of course, with the proper amount of body makeup, I will be covering this scar on my forehead.
And your green complexion.
And my green complexion, and my hair will be coiffed backwards and not banged down across my forehead.
Smart. Like Etu Brute.
My only rule request, no debate during a full moon. Please, let's not do that. That will be a decided disadvantage to me.
Okay, here we go. Now I'm going to ask you a real question.
That's good.
And we'll give
Smoke.
you 30 seconds. Are you ready?
Yes, fire away.
30 seconds.
I've got 30 seconds.
What is your plan for Iraq?
Of course, everyone in America realizes that the Iraq situation is probably one of the greatest challenges facing our nation today. And I believe with the proper amount of leadership that the President of the United States can affect the kind of policy in the situation over in Iraq and the entire Middle East.
This is what is killing you.
Will be a policy of straightforward honesty with the American people that will gather intelligence and fight Al-Qaeda and also provide our troops with the kind of backing and support if we can pull them out at the right time. I'm not sure if we need to pull them out, but I do believe we can.
No,
Damn.
That was not good, John.
These are difficult questions for me to answer. Because I believe that every issue should be looked at by 15 or from 16 or 17 different sides. Because there are nuances in the world, especially in the world of international affairs. And John Kerry, as a senator, I try to get as much information as I can possibly jam into my brain, and then I look at the issue from 17 or 18 different sides and formulate a very, very serious opinion that can incorporate both sides of the debate strongly on either side, making one gentle opinion that will not be too offensive as to direct the American people in the right...
You know what I find fantastic?
If Mesa is allowed to bite Saddam on the neck and drink his blood, all will be well.
How do you feel about all the people that will be holding flip-flops tonight?
Flip-flops?
They say there are going to be people in the audience trying to sneak in flip-flops. Hold them up because you... And do you get that? Do you get that joke?
I understand that the Republican Party and the party strategists for George Bush have tried to portray me as a flip-flopper, someone who does not land on one side or the other of an issue. But I would simply say this to them. They're okay, but they're bad too.
Who?
The flip-flopper people.
Let me ask you something.
I'd like to say all Americans should keep an open mind, but be decisive about it.
I asked you a question a few moments ago.
Yes.
Let's see if you flip-flop or not.
I'm John Kerry, and I'm waiting to hear your question.
Which is better?
Yes.
Munsters or Addams Family?
I'd have to say I'd go with the Addams Family.
No, you just flip-flopped.
I did no such thing.
You said Munsters just 5 minutes ago.
Well, you did not allow me to finish my earlier statement where I would have said, I prefer the Munsters, but I do believe the Addams Family could be in my radar soon. And I've given you the authority to vote for the Munsters, but not the Addams Family. That's what you don't understand. There's a big difference between simply saying, I like a show, and saying that I believe this one is my favorite.
I got a song for you.
I'd love to hear it.
I think you should play this as you walk out tonight.
I'm John Kerry, and it's the Halloween season. And I'm very very glad to be here at these debates. And now, I urge my opponents to dance with me. There you go, George. Do the twist with me.
Do you remember the one where Herman Munster got signed by the Dodgers?
Yes, and he was wearing the uniform with his big clodhopper shoes. He did the Monster Mash.
One of my favorites. Maybe you could dress like that.
It was the John Kerry Smash.
If you came out tonight wearing an outfit like that, I'm telling you, your percentage polls would go through the roof.
Yeah. I say with no hesitation, yes but no, and I will qualify as a committed non-speaker. I realize you're confused.
Yeah,
no.
A little stunned.
And perhaps you will leave the debates today with a better understanding of the policies that I would implement if I was President of the United States without any further hesitation or any waffling or any flip-flopping. I say to you, I will do the job with the help of everyone in my cabinet.
What job?
All of it. Pardon me?
What job?
The job that I am elected to do.
What job?
Implement my decisions.
What decisions?
I'm not sure yet.
What does this mean to you?
Yeah, I see fish.
That would be Granny. I believe she's a lovely lady. And I do believe that the Beverly Hillbillies was a fantastic show. However, you have to give Green Acres its due. I'm not ready to make a commitment on this particular issue.
Which would you pick as best, Green Acres or Beverly Hillbillies?
Well, if you're going to throw Petticoat Junction into the mix, I believe we would have a good debate in America and a healthy debate. But I would have to say that I would pick the Beverly Hillbillies if they were in the proper time slot and I had time to watch them, and Green Acres was not on.
So you choose the Beverly Hillbillies?
Not exactly. I think you're misinterpreting my positions. You don't listen to my answers.
No.
Everything that you're quoting me on is taken out of context.
Right.
Because you're like most in the media, as I lick my upper lip, because I'm beginning to flop sweat, as I did at the convention. You notice how often I lick my upper lip?
I do.
Yes, sirree. What people don't realize is that Senator John Kerry, Democratic nominee, presidential candidate,
Herman Munster look-alike,
can take his tongue and actually catch a fly out of midair.
Wow.
And digest it quickly. I will be doing that tonight during the debate.
Cool.
I realize that the Miami University is a very, very tropical environment. Hopefully there will be plenty of insect life to fly by me on the set, and I hope to snatch a bug out of midair with my tongue, showing the American people that not only am I a fantastic presidential candidate, but also a freak of nature who will cause all other world leaders to bow down as they look at my mutations.
I like that.
It's wonderful. Milburn Drysdale and Uncle Joe Carson share strengths, not strengths.
Oh. Here's another question that perhaps you could answer.
Yes, Don Geronimo, I'm John Kerry, and I'm looking forward to a good, healthy debate on the issues. Or maybe I'm not.
Among reality shows, do you like Survivor or The Apprentice?
Survivor or The Apprentice, two fabulous reality shows.
Pick one.
Donald Trump is a wonderful entrepreneur.
Just pick one.
I believe that Mark Burnett, who has created the Survivor show, is a talented producer.
Just pick one.
I enjoy the beach life that we see in Survivor.
Just pick one.
And I enjoy the boardrooms that one sees in the streets of New York.
Pick one.
I cannot. Let's not forget ABC. Bring them all to the table. That's what I say. The WB, ABC, Fox, NBC, PAX, all the fantastic networks that we can enjoy.
Coalition.
The Discovery Home feature, channel, Spice, all the great networks that are what I like to refer to as the great amalgamation of the American quilt, as they all get together as we enjoy our TV viewing, sitting in front of the TV, the Adam and Eve channel.
The what channel?
Playboy After Dark. Now, there was the television program.
Yes.
Today's and I have some of the old episodes. And I've just recently purchased the Dean Martin Show DVDs. Offered to be on television recently, late at night at a campaign stop, as I listened to Regis Philbin. So, the virtues of Mr. Dean Martin. I was a big fan.
Who do you like better with Regis? Kelly Ripa or Kathy Lee Gifford?
Kelly Ripa is a dynamo, a wonderful young talent who seems to do a great job each and every day. I, too, was fond of Kathy Lee Gifford, a great American and good Christian.
Just pick one.
I cannot.
Oh, dear.
And I will not. And that is my definitive answer. Both are good. Both are A-OK. We need food. Need food before debate.
You know, Rob called me the other night and said, turn on channel whatever the Turner Classic Movies is, and it was Bride of Frankenstein.
I was good in that.
And it's the one where Frankenstein kind of realizes what's going on.
Yes.
And he gets mad and he walks out of a room and he speaks.
That's back when I said to the producers, for God's sakes, give him more dialogue. Give him a brain. Please.
In a world where owning a radio was strictly forbidden, one man found a way to bring good news to his people.
Here's Buzz.
He made it up.
Much like Bride of Frankenstein, tonight during the debates, I will slowly but surely recognize my environment. And you and Teresa and everyone else will enjoy my performance. I hope and pray.
I'm telling you, I don't know if I've laughed as much because I'm used to seeing Frankenstein just go, but this is a movie where Frankenstein actually uses logic, speaks, figure stuff out.
Unfortunately, we weren't able to pursue the series. Nephew of Frankenstein, dog of Frankenstein, boyfriend of Frankenstein, a large collection of fabulous Frankenstein films that I would participate in as Senator John Kerry and enjoy myself and treat the viewers at home to a fabulous series of wonderful films. The Frankenstein series was cut too short.
Yes, it was.
And replaced by a silly TV show in the 70s. 60s. 70s or 60s, I'm not sure. I will not equate.
There was a remake of The Munsters.
A remake of The Munsters.
Starred that guy from Macmillan and Wife, right? Right?
Yes.
That?
A superior no talent. I will say that definitively. The movie of The Munsters was a mistake.
It was a TV show.
Pardon me?
It was the TV show.
The TV show. You say movie, I say. Don't quote me out of context.
Yes. You know what's sad?
My God, I'm tired.
What's sad is that I think, you kind of got with what's going on with Kerry as well.
Yes. Oh, well, I think that you will know tonight after you watch the debate. You'll have a clear understanding of exactly what I'm going to do with the thing.
What is your lead story on News and Comments today?
Hi, Buzz.
Hi, Senator Kerry.
Thanks for the donation.
Certainly, you're welcome. Tonight's debate is our top story, the fight of the century, or blah, blah, blah.
It will not be blah, blah, blah. I believe that anyone tuning into the debates tonight will watch a competition between two individuals who will be blah, blah, blah.
Who's going to win the debate?
He will.
I'm sorry?
He will.
Stay tuned for news and comment coming up on the Don and Mike Show.
I will.
That was very
professional. Or not.
The Don and Mike Show.
The Don and Mike Show. Time for a commercial. WJFK. Here's the traffic reporter.
An accident westbound 66, that major problem at 234 Manassas involving a tractor trailer that has been
What's the word from Planet Crackpot?
The Don and Mike Show.
I bet something really good is getting ready to happen to you today. Thanks to Don Geronimo and Michael Mello.
Time for news with Buzzy. Buzz sponsored tonight by Smoke Break. Hey, smokers.
This is good smoke.
Hi, John Kerry. Break the nasty habit without getting weighed. Smoke Break, revolutionary tablet for smokers. Get it now at fine retailers coast to coast. And here's Buzz. Hi, Buzz.
Hi, Don and Mike. So, will the candidates in tonight's debate come out swinging, or will it be too civilized to be of any help to an undecided voter?
There you go.
That's right.
No, it's going to be boring.
Kick off your flip-flops at 9 Eastern tonight as Bush and Kerry face off in the first of their 3 scheduled debates. The show will be live from the University of Miami on ABC, CBS, Fox, NBC, and PBS, plus most of the cable news channels. The moderator is PBS's Jim Lehrer. The topic tonight...
That's right there. You got your boredom factor.
Yeah.
You got your boredom factor sewn up with that guy.
And foreign policy, homeland security are the topics tonight, so there'll be a lot of talk about Iraq.
Here's the thing. Good topics. It's definitely we need to talk about it, but like I said earlier, I don't think we're going to get any real talk.
And I'll tell you, as far as John Kerry's concerned, I think if he doesn't perform in this one, this is his shot. I agree. I think, this is the one right here.
Right.
Now, I don't doubt that if he does perform very well and starts to get a good buzz on this, that the other debates might be important. But if he doesn't do it in this one, it's all over.
But for him to do it tonight, one of these two guys, that's like I was saying, we were kidding around earlier about Bush. One of these two guys is just got to get poked the wrong way to where they finally decide to make a fist tonight during this debate and say, hey, hold on, wait a minute. What you are saying about me is totally out of line. And my worry is that it's going to be trigger-happy Bush who's the first to go off and be the aggressor.
And I think the American people might be ready for that with either candidate. But
no.
I don't think you're wrong about Bush.
That you're right about, too. The American people are ready to see one of these two schmucks stand up and say to the other guy's face, I'm better than you are.
Yeah. Somebody to emerge as a real front runner, something we don't have now in this still very close race.
And I know that betting is a soft subject with you right now with the Red Sox thing. I bet nothing happens tonight during this debate. It's going to be a snooze fest. We'll come back tomorrow and review it and say, what the hell? Same crap.
You're probably right. I hope you're wrong.
Why? What did he write?
F me. F you.
That we should hear that tonight.
Now that I'd love.
But we won't.
That I'd love.
Wouldn't that be beautiful? All of a sudden you just hear them, they start beeping. Everything gets beeped.
Start finding Janet Jackson again.
You like the Def Comedy Jam?
Wouldn't it be great if Carrie came out and snaps? Carrie came out, Janet Jackson came out with Carrie tonight.
Wow.
Topless.
Yeah.
Carrie wrapped in an American flag.
Well,
naked.
Both candidates are also appearing on Dr. Phil's daytime TV show, Bush making his appearance today. In the show taped yesterday in Crawford, Texas, the president, speaking from experience, said it's awfully difficult for parents to tell their kids not to drink and drive if they do it themselves. Days before the 2000 election, Mr. Bush was caught withholding information about a drunk driving arrest of his in 1976. At the time, he said he was simply trying to keep the information from his twin daughters, Barbara and Jenna.
Hi, girls.
The president says he gave up alcohol 18 years ago after he'd decided he'd been drinking too much. Since then, however, his daughters have also made alcohol-related headlines before they were of legal age.
And about the Dr. Phil thing.
Yes.
I didn't see all of it.
How are you?
Yeah.
Ross, this was terribly exciting news.
I saw just a little bit of it, and this is exactly what
on to a
happened.
charity do.
First off, it's the President of the freaking United States who has to sit through the opening of the Dr. Phil show, where Dr. Phil is doing a commercial, because it's his show, saying, all the stuff about, I got a plan for America, I got a plan for how we're going to raise our kids. George Bush, don't you agree with me? And, the president is sitting there like a member of the peanut gallery, nodding his head. And then as Dr. Phil asked his probing questions, and probing is definitely not the word that I would use.
Sure.
I noticed that the First Lady, she does all the talking. She answers all the questions. It's like, it's something like, what do we do about the problem with kids and gangs in America? She gives a rather eloquent 45-second thought on it.
Right.
And then it goes to Bush, and he says, I'm all for what's right for America.
Yeah.
And I mean, it gets repeated 7, 8, 9, 10 times during the interview.
The one thing I heard about...
What's he doing on Dr. Phil?
The one thing I heard about the debate, I was reading about it today, that gave me... everybody knows I like the other guy. They gave me a little optimism as they said that as opposed to cramming for the debate, they kind of spread it out and weren't really going too intensely on it.
Correct.
Said he knows the subject matter already, and I kind of had a grin on my face when I read that.
Yeah.
Because he's the kind of guy he has to cram for the exam.
Now that's what I mean about Bush. If he's going in and he thinks he's got all the answers, and he gets a little cocky,
right?
Now, but be aware, this could turn it for Bush too. I mean, if he goes on the offensive. If he's the guy that steps on the grenade and says, okay, I'm in deep S now.
Right.
Listen, Kerry, here's the deal.
If he cowboys up.
Yeah, but it's not going to happen.
People love that.
It ain't going to happen, folks. WWE's got a better chance of having a surprise ending than this thing does tonight. Really. You can watch SmackDown and there will be more drama.
Boy, I agree with you, but I sure hope you're wrong. I really do.
Oh, I do too. I pray I do.
Everybody.
We'll have a great show tomorrow if something happens tonight.
Wouldn't it be refreshing? Either way.
Sure would. So the president's on TV today talking about youth drinking. And let me just say, the third grade is definitely too young to start drinking. Even third graders think so. The day before school started at a private school in the Washington, D.C. suburb of Alexandria, the teachers had nachos and margaritas to celebrate the school's international focus this year.
Nacho.
Mexico. Now, the leftover margarita mix went back in the fridge. On the first day of school, however, they ran out of milk, and so a school employee poured them what she says she thought was limeade.
So the kids were having margaritas.
Most kids, that's most but not all,
most kids
didn't like the stuff and pushed it away. The kids were observed by horrified teachers for the rest of the school day to make sure they were okay.
Horrified. Horonto.
The kids were okay, as it turns out.
Hurricane. So the kids were okay.
Yes, the kids are fine.
Well, was it the mix or was it the booze?
It was the booze. It was the whole thing. The booze
thing
and the mix. That's
so
right. In a big
they
picture.
drank margaritas.
Yeah. Some of them enjoyed it. Most of them didn't.
Watch out for the kids that enjoyed it.
And that day, each child was sent home with a note from the principal that included the words, "Regret to tell you." No parents were upset with this. They understood.
All right, but they were upset about the cigarettes.
Yes. Yeah, next time.
And the sex.
Now, this may or may not be a homeland...
Never mind, made you laugh, that's all.
Yeah, no, you did. This may or may not be a homeland insecurity update, but either way, it's scary. A pilot for Delta Airlines suffered eye damage when he got a beam of laser light in his eye while approaching Salt Lake City International Airport last week. He's in the air with passengers approaching the airport. 5 miles out, both pilots say the cockpit filled with laser light. Not long afterward, the first officer felt a stinging sensation in one of his eyes. Doctors say there is damage, but that they don't think it'll be permanent. Pilots need both eyes to judge distance, so this one will be grounded for at least a week.
So the guy's in the air, he sees this bright light and
shines in his eyes,
and
his laser.
Like goes blind?
Well, he's not seeing too well out of one eye.
I mean, my God, what kind of technology can, throw a laser up in a pilot cockpit 5 miles out the airport?
The government and the airline are investigating that, but so far no clue as to the source of the laser or whether it was an accident or an attack.
I got an idea, though.
What?
About those dudes wearing sunglasses.
Yeah. Well, there was a brighter side of the story too.
Really?
The pilot has no more back hair.
Actually, corrected the vision in that eye.
Yeah, he enjoyed his laser loot,
and he's now impotent.
Well, you live and learn.
What could cause it, though?
Somebody fired a laser, accidentally or on purpose.
Fired like what? A laser gun, like a ray gun?
There was a kid on the ground with one of those laser pins. I don't know.
I mean, could a laser pointer do that?
No,
not to an airplane thousands of feet in the air.
This is much more powerful. There have been incidents. In fact, a spokesman for a pilots group says this is not the first time something like this has happened. However, in the past, it was generally because of laser light shows on the ground, and nobody got eye damage from that because those lasers are harmless. So what's the story on this laser? We still don't know.
Was it over water? Because perhaps it was a laser strapped to the head of a shark.
Oh, all right, Austin Powers.
A laser.
I get it.
A laser ray.
That's not the same thing,
right?
But did you hear here in D.C. that people were flipping out because they saw what looked like a UFO flying around the Pentagon?
Right.
And as it turns out, it is our brand new super surveillance blimp.
That's really.
It looks like the Goodyear blimp, and the government didn't tell anybody here in D.C. that we're going to be flying this thing at a very low level over the Capitol and over the Pentagon. So I guess it was either last night or the night before. Thousands of people. I have neighbors calling me saying, "Hey, I just drove downtown, and I don't want to appear like I'm nuts, but there is something that is hovering over the Pentagon right now."
And jumping back just a brief 70 years to the rigid airship, what could possibly go wrong?
Right.
Oh my God, the humanity!
It's your Hindenburg reference, Robbie.
Oh, thank you so kindly.
So anyway, if you live in D.C. and you haven't heard yet, that is simply a surveillance blimp.
Now, is it there always? Is it there always?
It's going to be there
for
an
experimental program, but yeah,
3 or 4 days it'll be up. So be watching.
That wigs me out about that laser, though. That really does.
A little spooky.
I hope somebody does a follow-up.
I'll keep watching and see what comes of it. In Boise, Idaho, meanwhile, the security threat wasn't.
You could always play tag.
Laser tag.
Laser tag. Sorry.
The security threat in Boise, Idaho was not from terrorists.
The plane was hit by a paintball. But a powerful paintball.
The security threat in Boise wasn't terrorists. It was a woman driving a minivan, Mike.
Car of the idiot, Buzz.
Police won't identify the woman or even give her age except to say that she's, quote, a confused senior citizen.
Sure.
She guided the rented minivan into the Boise airport, driving it right through the terminal. Not through the wall, right through the double doors, through the ticket area, and past baggage claim. Miraculously, nothing was damaged and no one got hurt.
Can you imagine how terrified people were when they saw that?
Quoting an airport spokeswoman, the lucky thing is she didn't hit anything.
Yeah, I stinky fish.
Oh, look at the damage caused by Granny. Granny.
The feds apparently knew what they were doing when they sent Martha Stewart to Camp Cupcake. We told you yesterday Martha's been assigned to the
cream-filled cupcake, Buzz.
Assigned to the minimum security prison camp for women at Alderson, West Virginia. Today we learned not only that the prison's nicknamed Camp Cupcake because it's such an easy ride, we also learned that Martha's not the first famous woman to be sent to Alderson.
Really?
Also sent there, both of the women who tried to kill President Ford, Sarah Jane Moore and Lynette Squeaky Fromm.
How you doing, Squeaky?
And singer Billie Holiday did some time there, along with World War II's Tokyo Rose.
Really? Oh, hey, hello. Hey, how long you doing in here, Martha?
Welcome to Camp Cupcake.
My name is Tokyo Rose, and of course this means... Oh, my darling. Oh, my darling. Oh, my darling, Clementine.
We are speaking of a cupcake. Oh, my darling, Clementine.
But here's the thing. It's not only a cupcake. It involves Tokyo Rose. I know that you look Chinese or something. You're really from North Carolina. Oh, my darling. Oh, my darling. Oh, my darling, Clementine.
I love you with your baking. Oh, my darling, Clementine.
That's for Clementine Tran. She works here at the station.
Now,
still waiting on cupcake.
Yes. Now this is news.
I'm going to have to make many cupcakes for Mike tonight.
Hallelujah. Now this is news. A new study says men face more sexual harassment at work than do women.
Finally. Well, listen, tell me.
Finally. Yeah. I don't have to tell any of us about that.
Tell me, and let me just say, I hope she's listening on the way home.
Mm-hmm.
Joan Lotta, are you listening? Joan, can I say something to you? No means no.
We are not a sex object.
Joan Lotta, I don't know how many times your hand can cup my buttock and you say, oh, excuse me,
right.
I was leaning over to get a pen that I had dropped.
And if you're saying it, I have to say I've got a secret admirer here. Somebody left me a note in my mailbox. This is the truth. It says, you're my hero. I love you. XXOO.
That is true. Mike is not lying about it.
I received that yesterday, and I still haven't figured out who it is.
I know who it is.
But I feel harassed.
I know who it is that sent it to you.
Who is it? This is Larry Michael, Westwood 1, Notre Dame Radio. Thank you, Larry.
Not only does this study say men get more sexual harassment at work, it also says men are more likely to quit their jobs over it. Behavioral scientists at the University of New England say they found that men have a tougher time coping with harassment.
I mean, you don't know how tough it is. Joan Lotta, the woman we gave 30 pounds of cheese to, you know, I say, hi, Joan, how are you? She says, Don, shake it. Shake it like a Polaroid picture.
Is that why you were crying when I came in the office the other day?
Yes. I can't tell you how many times she's cupped my buttocks.
She is relentless, and she is insatiable.
You know what? I'm going to use the P word.
Don't.
Predator.
Oh, God.
Predator.
So what they say is true. You gave her the cheese out of fear.
All right. Mike.
That was hush cheese. Hush cheese.
I'm going to let her make her stop catching me. I'm not going to let her catch me anymore.
Okay, Tomcat.
I draw the line there.
Okay, bud.
Be proud.
The survey at the University of New England showed that nearly 89% of men say they have been sexually harassed in the past year. That compares to just 82% of the women.
89%?
Isn't that astounding? The survey didn't ask the gender of the person who'd done the harassing, nor did it inquire about the gender of the person being harassed.
He's lucky if a horse would harass him.
There's no gay straight
harass.
There's no gay straight breakdown of the numbers.
Paul Harris.
The researchers say the harassment causes stress, but that men are less likely to report it, afraid they will be ridiculed by other men.
Hey, are you like me? Bring it on.
Hi, please. Our studio is located at 10800 Main Street.
Come on down. Somebody harass us.
But please, no ugly chicks.
Okay? Hi, I'm Cameron Gray, Operations Director. Don't blame me.
Leave me alone.
Anyone who works in the building.
Now, one of our more conservative Supreme Court justices apparently digs a good orgy. And I'll tell you about that when we come back.
Oh, great scene.
Fly Fox, we will be right back. Thank you, guys.
It's the Don and Mike Show.
Gosh, I hate to interrupt. It's all been so incredibly fascinating and entertaining and instructive. Really, the time has just flown by.
The Don and Mike Show.
Obey them, or they will choke you out. Don and Mike.
Right. And once again, here is Guy Burley. Tomorrow. Oh, boy, we're jammed. Let's turn down a couple of guests tomorrow. I know we've got the Friday favorite tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, Mike's finally going to do. We've been on him because he does it great. David Caruso, the CSI Miami.
Yes, he does. He's putting the finishing touches on that.
Tomorrow we'll debut that. Plus, Rich Eisen tomorrow, and your phone calls, and blah, blah, something else. What was I going to say? Oh, yes. Tomorrow's show is so jam-packed, I just turned down a real guest.
Really? Wow.
I don't even remember who it was, but whoever it was, not as important as what we have happening tomorrow.
And boy, were they angry.
Here's Buzz. Hi, Buzz.
Hi.
Oh, no, Carrot Top will get over it.
We missed him. One of our more conservative Supreme Court justices.
You think I'm kidding. You think I'm kidding. Wait until next week until we have the mystery guest. Okay?
Hey, he's just another prop comic.
On the radio.
Well, apparently, one of our more conservative Supreme Court justices does enjoy a good orgy. That's the way it would appear from his comments. Judge Anton Scalia, a staunch conservative.
Perfect.
He's a conservative who apparently doesn't see a problem with racial profiling. That's what he said in his speech at the Kennedy Law School this week. Scalia also said in that speech that banning gay sex is not an invasion of a person's constitutionally guaranteed privacy. Afterward, many of the students said they were put off by Scalia's conservative stances, but were surprised when the word orgy came up in his remarks.
Is this the guy with the glasses?
No, this is the guy with the black hair. He looks like Paul. Exactly right.
Okay. All right, okay. Thank you. You got him.
And he's, I think, really the most conservative judge on the Supreme Court. And that's
not too conservative.
And that's a Supreme Court that's stocked with conservative judges, but he's the big guy.
Well, if he's ever had an orgy with the other road.
I would have figured Rehnquist. That's what I was thinking.
You be the judge. Kennedy Law School this week, after being called out for his stand on gays, Scalia said, and I quote, "I even take the position that sexual orgies eliminate social tensions and ought to be encouraged."
Hey, Sandra Day O'Connor, let's ride the train. Let's ride the train of justice.
So encouraging orgies, is he?
That's what he seems to be saying. He says they ought to be encouraged because they eliminate social tensions. I agree.
Why do you suppose they run around in robes?
Yeah. Exactly.
Nothing on underneath.
That's right.
From the do as I say, not as I do department, apparently.
Hey, Judge, what time is it?
And it's not exactly news that there's a new Paris Hilton sex tape. As she says on the tape, Paris Hilton Part 2, How to Roll a Joint.
Yeah.
The tape's fallen into the hands of a London newspaper, and it features in separate romps Backstreet Boy Nick Carter and Hilfiger model Jason Shaw. It features Paris and Nick in the backseat of a car, but that's just part of the 12-hour tape.
12 hours.
12 hours of videotape. The most obscene part has Paris meeting with two African-American men who ask her to model their fashion line in a business meeting. They seem like nice guys on the tape, and she treats them nicely in the meeting. But after they leave, she calls them, and I quote, dumb N-words, end quote.
12 hours of Paris.
Yes, and that got on there.
Wow.
Yeah. She can't be happy about that.
Is there the same kind of sex that was on the other tape?
Well, I mean, one's in the backseat of the car with Nick Carter and the other's with the Hilfiger model. But it's really Paris and her boyfriends.
I would like you to model for me. I am having a wonderful time with you, Miss Paris Hilton.
They caught it on tape.
Yeah. In the battle between PETA and Pathé, PETA wins in the celebrity politics of California. Because singer Paul McCartney and other famous faces urged him to do so, Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger has banned the force feeding of ducks and geese to produce the delicacy known as pâté or foie gras.
Oh, hold on just a second, Buzz.
Hi, this is Arnold Schwarzenegger. This scene with the enlargement of the press.
He's talking about duck
was
breasts.
Fantastic. Because, again, it was one of those things, I mean, in the movie it was used kind of like, okay, if that's what guys would like to see, if this world deals with big breasts, then so be it. I'm going to just have bigger breasts. But in the audience, there was this kind of like immediately you saw women sitting there telling each other, says, "Oh, that's a great idea. You have to check out where you get that done." So you can deflate and inflate your breasts on command. It's a whole new concept because there's some guys that like little breasts and there's some guys that like big breasts. So wouldn't it be nice if you can play both sides, sometimes even simultaneously.
Your governor.
He's the elected governor. I don't think the debates matter now.
And now is he against pâté or for pâté?
Well, I think he enjoys the product, but Paul McCartney and others have convinced him that this is cruel to force feed ducks and geese to produce more pâté and foie gras.
So a
They
beetle.
do it to enlarge their livers, right?
Right.
A beetle calls the Terminator to get a law signed for ducks.
Right.
There was never anything on Schoolhouse Rock about that.
How a law is made.
You know what I always loved on Peanuts?
What?
Peppermint pate.
Oh, yes. It was wonderful.
Kind of Charlie Brown's like maybe lesbian girlfriend.
With her huge liver.
Peppermint pate.
Well, as Mike was asking, the ducks and geese are force-fed to give them oversized livers so they'll produce even more organ meat.
You know, I'd like to see get force-fed.
What?
Pate Heaton.
Yeah.
All right, you are king of the pates, Mike.
The birds are fed, overfed really, so that they'll produce even more organ meat to be ground up for rich people. Arnold himself, a rich guy, says the ban begins in the year 2012 to give the poultry industry time to come up with a natural way to make a bird's liver unnaturally large. Animal rights activists call it a victory for ducks and geese. In other news, still no cure for cancer.
There's one of the ducks now.
In sports.
Yeah, that's been overfed.
Nice liver with the breast. Simultaneously with the breath.
In sports.
Hi, Buzz.
Hi. Good news for the future wives of O.J. Simpson and Robert Blake. Women may soon be able to outrun men. A new study says that by 2156 Olympics, a woman may beat a man in the 100-meter dash. These are projections from Oxford University scientists.
When is Carrie Spiewak going into training?
I've been asking her to run away for years.
Finally. To know your boys, your boy's had a day at school when he comes home with human waste in his backpack. That's how you know he's had a day. But it wasn't bullies.
Boy.
No, it wasn't bullies who sent a Dallas 6-year-old boy home that way. It was the teacher. The first grader had a little accident that day at school. The teacher used a paper towel to pick up and then wrap the evidence.
It was funny.
Put it in the boy's backpack.
Oh, God.
I want to see it all.
Send him home.
Oh, boy.
Quoting a spokesman for the Dallas Public Schools, the teacher was trying to raise awareness with the family. Larry, that is exactly the correct reaction.
Larry liked that one.
I'm Buzz Burbank on the Don and Mike Show.
Okay, thank you, Buzz. Oh, yeah, that's it. We gotta go. Are you retarded?
Yes.
And who are you?
I'm Larry.
And you're retarded?
Yes.
You're Larry? Larry? That thing just froze up. Never mind.
I'm Larry from the corner.
Thank you, Mike.
Hello.
Oh, there it is. You still retarded?
Yes.
Hey, retard.
That hurts.
We gotta go.
Back to life.
We will see you tomorrow.
Oh, boy.
With an all-new episode.
Larry was interrupting you.
I know he was.
You were not born. You were made in a toy factory.
Shut up, Larry.
I'll meet you.
Okay, forget it, Larry.
Come on.
Forget it. That's it. We'll see you tomorrow with a new episode. Our thanks to the singing psychic and the guy from the website about the Apprentice.
Yes.
Back tomorrow with the new episode. Yeah. See, we got to get the timing right. Look at that. We got...
Well, your machine broke in the middle, and that's what threw us off.
No, I mean, no. We've still got, 2 minutes of time here in the show? 80 seconds. We got 80 seconds?
80 seconds. You can have all the fun you want with Larry with that.
Hi, Larry.
I'm Larry.
What is it you want?
Oh, boy.
And when you're with this boy, what's it like?
I'm lying in bed.
Okay. Hey, Larry, what are you thinking about?
Oh, boy.
And I'll just talk. What do you think of it?
It was funny.
Okay. All right. Was it really funny?
Yes.
Prove it to me.
That's the one I like right there.
That's it. We'll see you tomorrow. Good day to you, sir.
Good day to you, sir.
Good day to you, sir.
Good day to
and
you.
You. And eat your liver.
Oh, boy.
Okay. Right.
Till we meet again, this is Sammy Davis Jr. saying, be kind, be nice, and I hope the next performer has the pleasure of having as nice an audience as you've been tonight. And let me leave you swinging.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
The Don and Mike Show. WJFK.
Too busy to
meet new friends? The WJFK Dateline can change your life. Log on to WJFK.matchlink.com.
Value City Furniture